We sound good? All right. Emily. Boom. Hey now. Make sure you fire up draft. Make sure you fire up DraftKings and use Brace as a promo code, all right? Product placement, boys. Labels out. Ooh. Did you see that? You see that, Kutz? Hey now.
I'm not drinking.
Will you, Ty, will you turn me up a little bit, just a little bit? Hey. Woo! Hey. Beautiful.
Thanks, sir.
Oh, you got it.
1, 2, hey, down,
notes,
down,
man.
up, hey, down.
There.
Bring it back to where it was.
Same notes are in your head.
Chance?
Oh,
Hey, yeah, that's good. We'll start there. It's right here, right now.
song rules.
Us in the video, you know.
Ow! Yeah.
Are we live right now?
Oh, here, let's go.
Do it.
Chris Stapleton, love him.
So good.
Okay. All
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are live Thursday Night Football. Hello, everybody. Fox Sports, the Gambler. Our third and final installment. Well, I don't want to put that word on it just yet.
No.
Our third installment, though, of our Miller Lite watch parties, and we are now live here at Maggie's on the Waterfront on Delaware Ave. I will be up front. Anytime I deal with the Northeast, I get lost. So I know where I'm at.
Shocking.
Trust me. But when it comes down to it, I left the station and I was on the Boulevard of Broken Dreams for a little while. And I took a right and then I kept going. And I kept going. And I kept going some more until I couldn't go any further. And here we are at Maggie's at the Waterfront. First and foremost, we are here with our friends from Miller Lite and we're giving away Eagles tickets.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. Eagles away tickets. Now, there's a couple caveats to that. We're not going to bore you with those details. Bottom line is, show up, you get a pair of tickets. I'm talking about the trip up, taken care of, all the food and beverage you can think of, hotel, and 2 tickets to the game, courtesy of Miller Lite, right here at Maggie's on the Waterfront. We'll give those away at about halftime. We got a good Thursday night football game. Cowboys and Seahawks with 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, something happened. We shocked the system. That was interesting. Yo! All right. Maybe that might be dead, but anyways. Sean Brace, Joe Tansey, Roy Burton, John Jansen. All right. Hopefully, while we're figuring this out, we are live here at Maggie's. Let's talk about Thursday Night Football. Roy, I'll come to you first.
Yes, sir.
Cowboys 9.5-point favorites here on DraftKings Sportsbook at home. 13-game home winning streak by the
13 home winning
Cowboys.
streak.
Look, from the fantasy perspective, when I'm dialing up DK and I'm thinking about the same game parlay, I'm aiming high. I think we see a couple touchdowns. I like the over. What are you thinking about tonight's game?
I like the over, but I think you're going to need to get a lot of those points from Dallas because I don't think Seattle's going to be that team that's going to bring a lot of points in. Last 7 games, Seattle, 40% of their possessions 3 and out. 40% 3 and out. Like that offense has been a mess for the last few weeks. So, but the over-under is about 46.5. I think 30 of those are going to have to come from Dallas for you to cover that number.
All right. Yeah. Will that happen?
I think it will. I mean, like again, like I love the receivers in this matchup for the Cowboys. I love CeeDee Lamb. I love Brandon Cooks. I think they score. Tony Pollard's probably going to score as well. So I see the easy 24, 30 points for the Cowboys in this game. So I like Dallas to be over.
One more. Give me a receiver besides CD Lamb in tonight.
For Dallas.
Sure.
Well, no, actually, I'll throw a curveball. So Dallas has given up a ton of touchdowns to tight ends this year. 6 touchdowns to tight ends. Noah Fant's not good, so I don't think Noah Fant gets those looks. So I'll throw a flyer in for Jackson Smith and Jigba to score a touchdown tonight.
All right, Joe, talk to me. Is your microphone working? Your thoughts?
I hope so. So last time we did one of these things, we ended up hitting the same game parlay.
You're damn right.
Kings.
Yep.
So we're gonna do it again.
Hey, I just want to point out 2-0. Like we've done a lot of winning on both of these watch parties so far. So here we are. Let's end with a bang.
So here's tonight's DraftKings. Tony Pollard over 3.5 receptions, over 20.5 receiving yards. Zach Charbonnet over 3.5 receptions, over I think it's 19.5 receiving yards, and Tyler Lockett over 47.5 receiving yards. I think it's gonna be checked out in City for the Seahawks tonight.
Ooh.
There's gonna be a lot of pass rush from the Cowboys. I think they're really gonna focus on DK Metcalf as well. I mean, look, how many pick sixes does Ron Bland have? Just
5.
5?
Yep.
5
in a row. I think
they're
right?
gonna
Isn't
try
it in
and
a row?
A few in a row, yeah.
Yeah, a few in a row. Yeah.
Jim Nantz is really excited for the last one.
He was.
Yeah.
Was.
So that's where I'm going. I'm on Lockett and Charbonnet tonight because I think you're going to see a lot of checkdowns. And I know this isn't the best way to approach a gambling angle, but Tyler Lockett didn't do much last week.
No.
I think you see him get involved pretty early. I know we all have, our whole group here have a race to 20 yards.
Yes.
20 receiving yards and first touchdown props in. I said all that. Zach Charbonnet is my guy. Race to 20 yards. I believe 2,600 is my guy. I know me and Luke were having a little debate on which long shot was best. He's on Kevontae Turpin.
Same.
I also have Turpin to score the first touchdown.
Big time on Turpin right here, right now.
Yeah, so
Huge.
that's gonna be our fun. Dallas actually getting the
Dallas
ball
getting
first.
the ball first, which is a
there we go.
thumbs
Brandon
up.
Cooks. Brandon Cooks, 20 yards first.
Real quick, who do you guys have?
Yeah, Jansen, talk to us real quick. Your thoughts?
I think Dallas is going to dominate this game. I don't think we have to pretend about Dallas anymore. They're legit. They're contenders. They're really good.
Oh, they beat up. They're bullies.
Oh yeah, they are.
Seahawks aren't a good football team.
They got to start beating the really good teams. I get that. But against Seattle, yeah, they should do well. And a lot of it's Dak Prescott. So I like his props tonight. Over 284 passing yards, over 1.5 touchdowns. But of course, you got to like some wide receivers, and Brandon Cooks to me is the one. He's been getting a lot. He's been getting more involved throughout the past few weeks.
You know, one thing I noticed when I was looking at some box scores, and of course watching these games, everybody in America, 40 million watched the 49ers and Seahawks game last Thursday. 32 million people in America watched Commanders and Cowboys. Right? It's just crazy. But looking at some box scores, Dallas attempts to run the football, but they're not effective.
Not good.
Throw it, air it out. Like, this is your strength. Let it fly. Here we
pass.
go.
There it is.
And that's going to get it.
There it is.
CeeDee Lamb.
Of course, it's going to be CeeDee Lamb.
Wow. That's the easy way out.
We don't bet. We invest.
That's
all right?
the easy
we
way out.
We invest here.
That's the easy way out.
That's why there's behind it.
So chalky.
That looked
That's
like
the first catch.
that looked like 20 to me.
We'll find out.
That's close. I think it's over 20 though.
That's over 20. Yeah,
25.
25.
25.
We invest.
Boo, Roy. Boo, Roy.
We don't like normalcy around here, though.
Taking the chalk.
Oh, it's too easy. It's too easy.
What was the number? What
Don't
was
tell
the
me he got
number?
the second pass
Plus
too.
170.
Yeah, he did. He got
Yeah,
the second
I
pass.
He got the second pass, too.
I put 25 up. I couldn't.
Plus
It would hit
170.
720.
CeeDee Lamb
So while
for
they're
the-
driving down, who is
I'm sorry, really quick. CeeDee Lamb coming into the game led the NFL in plus 20-yard plays this year. It was a layup. I'm sorry.
all right? Well,
It's
that's
one
why you're
play.
smarter than all of us. Okay. Don't need to rub it in, Rob.
Half-court shots are more fun than layups, Roy.
Right.
I mean, come on.
So who do we have first? I have Turpin first touchdown. Who do you guys have first?
Dak
touchdown?
Prescott.
My
QB
boy.
special on
Special, I like
Thursday
it.
night.
There
Dak
you
can
go.
run. Dak can run it, obviously, but yeah, I like Dak.
Finally, I started rubbing off on Jansen. Eventually, he starts to consume it.
Took long enough.
QB special. I got Gino and I got Dak.
Oh, you got
Gino's
Gino and
50
Dak.
to 1.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Does
Okay.
Gino even run? I don't even know if Gino
It's
runs.
rare.
Hey, bro,
It's rare.
Tom Brady. Sam Darnold broke one for 60
Well,
one
Sam,
time.
Sam Darnold's the practice squad. He's the scout quarterback
You know,
for San Francisco.
I
this
don't know
week.
if he's sneaky, but you know who had some really fast giddy up the other day? Justin Herbert. That dude
Yeah, Justin Herbert's a
had
good athlete.
another
Yeah.
Good athlete.
gear. Look
That
at
is Cooks.
That's Cooks for
that's
another one.
Cooks.
There
All
we go.
right.
So Roy, who do you have first touchdown?
I have
Race
Jake,
to 40?
I have Ferguson.
Yeah, race.
Plus
Give me race to 40,
yes.
Frank. It's going to be Cooks.
So
Race
our
to
guys
20
over here,
was
you
fun.
guys have Dallas guys too? No.
Anybody?
Tim's got DK.
What do you got, Luke?
Luke. Yeah, who's your first touchdown? Luke Schoonmaker.
Luke.
So we're basically all on beef. Who are you on? Gallo. Oh, so we're basically all on
Wow.
Cowboys.
So it's all on
First
Cowboys.
touchdown. Sean, who are you on? Oh, okay, so we at least have some variety.
Look,
A
we
little-
flick
CD
our
on the
little
reverse.
double reverse. CD Lamb takes it.
So they're just getting CD involved.
This is too
oh.
easy.
Inside the
By the way,
20-yard line.
that was Turpin's play. That's the play they run for Turpin at like the 5-yard line, not at the 20. That's why. By the way, we talked about this before we hopped on. The Seahawks are doing something absolutely sacrilegious, Sean Brady.
Talk to me.
They're wearing their throwbacks on
Oh,
the road.
those are great.
No, they're wearing
They're
them on the
beautiful,
road,
beautiful
though.
jerseys.
They're
They're
great
amazing jerseys.
but you don't
Oh.
wear your throwbacks on the road.
Should have saved them for Monday night.
Actually, would that be an all-timer? Would Eagles Seahawks throwbacks be an all-timer uniform
Yes.
matchup,
Yeah.
or the Bucks throwbacks? Would that be an
Ooh.
all-timer?
The Charger Powder Blues. The Charger Powder Blues you can throw on
Pollard almost with the
Ooh,
breakaway.
that'd be a good one too.
there. Yeah.
All right, once again, we are live here at Maggie's on the Waterfront, Delaware Ave. If you're watching, listening, come on out. Really good crowd right here on a Thursday night. We expected that, of course, with a decent game. Cowboy hate is
Do we
flowing.
though?
Giving away Birds
Well,
tickets.
you're Mr. Negativity, so of
I'm
course,
not negative. I'm just saying.
Of course, it's gonna be a bad game. in
Dallas
your
might
eyes.
not make this a good game.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I would have
off the
loved the
hands.
pick there.
Yeah,
I would have loved an
I'm sure you- I'm
absolute
sure you would've.
interception.
So this might
so-
just be a CeeDee Lamb
Real quick,
Yes.
drive.
Eagles got flexed
I was gonna say the same
Monday
thing.
night against Seattle. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I hate that they moved the day. I just don't like flexing the day when people make plans to go out to.
People
See
made
these games?
plans.
People make plans to go to Seattle to see the game. You
Okay,
know, like-
you know what?
Fair.
That's
Exactly,
fair.
you
But
know?
there are millions more watching the game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's great. It's good for television. It's
Oh,
I do not want to see.
Oh.
Almost a touchdown.
That
That was
that
Ferguson.
was
Yeah.
Baker.
That's Ferguson.
That's Ferguson. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Don't mix up the
Ferguson,
white
yeah.
guys. It's Ferguson. You know,
It's,
Bro, they all look the
They
same,
don't-
Roy.
they don't all look alike.
They all look
They
the
don't all
same.
look
they
alike.
See, they wear 86 and 87 though. Like, it's easy to get them confused.
Oh my gosh, that's my plus 1,000 right there.
So this is the gimmick play at Turpin. It's
Was
third-
that Carson
third and 10.
Wentz's number one fan who made that play? Was that Woolen?
Yeah, I love you, Carson Wentz. You're
I don't
amazing.
think he realized he was talking to
What's
Carson
No, he
Wentz.
Third and
Joe
10.
when he
Dak
was growing up. That was,
looking. He's
Go, go,
looking.
go, go.
Throws. Caught.
Oh,
that's a first down.
That's
Oh,
Turpin.
wow.
That's
Flag on the play.
Dax-
Flag on the
flag
play.
on-
Jack Sneak. Here it is.
Flag on the play. Could it
Flag
be
on the
brought
play.
back?
Could come back for those of you watching at home.
Or it could be on Seattle.
by the
Could
way,
be.
that was Turpin. By the way,
That was Turpin.
that was Turpin.
That was also his play that they run.
Look,
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm just manifesting it into.
I've always been a primetime guy. So if you're gonna give me a Monday Night Football game, I'm never gonna turn that down. I love Monday Night Football. I honestly love Thursday Night Football more than Sunday night.
So are you worried about the Eagles having another short week at the end of the season?
I don't look. Should I? Absolutely. But does it bother me personally? No. Like,
Okay.
All right, so
know,
here's
Again, I don't want to think about those things. I just think about we're not watching the Patriots on Monday Night Football.
That's right.
all. That is the
Hey.
only thing that crossed my mind.
amen.
Is that we
God,
don't
yeah,
have to
it's a
watch that offense on
Good
Monday Night
call
Football.
by you.
All right,
Why?
so
Who
that's
was it supposed to be?
Chiefs
Chiefs,
Patriots.
These Patriots. Yep.
All right, here we go.
No,
So no-
Dak
But
Prescott.
that would have been an
No,
easy
no
one.
flags.
It's
first
going to
and
be
goal.
Tony Pollard.
It's gonna be
I
Pollard,
know,
yeah.
This is gonna be boring.
You don't think it's gonna be a play action flat
Run
at
it,
a tight
Dak.
end?
Run it.
Yeah.
I stopped.
He
He stopped.
Nothing.
All right, here's your reverse play to Turpin now.
QB, push
I
that.
think- No,
Push it all good. What? Push it real good.
I'm gonna hate this when it's like a screen pass to the third tight end,
Oh, yeah. Sure.
and we're all just gonna just.
I'm
quit.
gonna hate that.
No, he's not the third tight end.
This is definitely
tackle
another.
eligible.
This is definitely another handoff. So who's
Just
ever in the
It looks like they're gonna
backfield?
spread it out more.
Get
Did I see
excited.
Gallup in the
If
formation?
this is
Gallup
Deuce
come in,
Vaughn,
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
lose my. You know what?
Here we
Spread it
go.
out.
Spread it out a little bit more.
Gallop in motion.
Pollard backfield.
It is gonna be a run.
back to
No,
Pollard.
no,
Here we
Oh,
go. Here we
keeper.
go. Here we go. No, what are you doing?
Oh.
What are you doing?
See. By the way, this is the magic of gambling because we would not care about the Dallas Cowboys
At all.
whatsoever. But here we are because we have these first touchdown
We're
bets.
rooting for Jake Ferguson
Yes.
touchdowns.
That's a great play.
Chill. I put an
Jeez.
empty in there for views.
So that's 2 targets in the red zone now for Ferguson.
It is. Yes, 2 targets.
You're on the right.
2
All right,
targets,
so
no
it's a pass
catches.
play. It's definitely a pass.
It's
play.
definitely a pass. So where
Oh
are they
yeah,
going?
there's gonna be a pass.
Brandon Cooks action here. We going Brandon Cooks?
Oh, all right.
Nothing.
Okay.
Wow, here we
We got some
go.
life for those Seattle guys.
Yeah,
there.
you know,
Seattle?
we won't lie up here. It does feel a little nasty wagering on anything positive
it feels
Dallas.
disgusting.
Disgusting.
But-
yeah.
This is what it calls for. It's Thursday night football.
But this is the magic of sports gambling,
Amen.
which has
And-
gotten us through the majority of Thursday night football.
Oh, absolutely. And successfully, too, might I add.
Yes.
Absolutely.
By the way,
Here we go.
former MLS draft pick Brendan Aubrey. I know
Yeah.
they've talked about that 15,000 times.
I haven't heard that story before, Joe.
No.
Tell me
Played
more.
for the Beckham Steel.
Yes, very briefly.
Wow.
How brief we talking?
Briefly. Very briefly.
Well, you remember how bad the Cowboys kickers have been over the years.
I know we're not supposed to say nice things about the Cowboys, but
I'll say plenty of nice things. They're good.
he kicks it very smoothly.
Let's keep the kicker love going. Jake Elliott or David Akers, Roy?
Oh, it's Jake Elliott.
It's Elliott now,
we
yeah.
passed that. It's Jake Elliott. It's Jake Elliott. Like you can't the man does not miss. There's a clutch
Except
kick,
extra
he just-
points. I'd rather go David Akers on extra points.
I'd rather have Mark Simoneau on extra points, actually.
If it's 60 or more yards, I'm going Jake Elliott.
Jeff Thomas.
But if it's 40 or less, I'm going David Akers. Is that fair?
The crazy
fair.
thing
That's
is,
fair. That's fair.
40 to 50, they're about the same.
how about this?
But
Here's some stats for you. Ready?
Here we go.
50-yard field goals career. Jake Elliott, 58+ yard field goals career. Excuse me. That's important. 4 for 4. Justin Tucker made 3, attempted 13.
Can I give you another stat? Because kickers these
Sebastian
Yeah,
Janikowski, 3 for
By the way,
17.
before you do that, did you
Yeah.
see the clip going around?
What about 70+ yard
Adam
field goals?
Vinatieri,
70+ attempt that
0 for
Janikowski had
2.
at the Oakland Coliseum. It was went viral on Twitter this week. Like we used to live in like simpler times or something like that,
Right.
and they just let Seabass kick from like 78 yards to the
Lane
Coliseum.
Kiffin in the NFL
You know-
was an experiment.
you
dude.
know
That was
that-
awesome.
You know that every answer to the kicker was either like the trivia question that involved the kicker was Adam Vinatieri
Right.
or Justin Tucker.
Right.
Yeah.
Justin Tucker 3 for 13 at 58+. That's surprising.
Can I give you? Let me give you a stat. Do you know Young Wei Koo is more accurate of a kicker than Justin Tucker over their careers?
Really?
Yeah, 90% field goal percentage. Kickers these days are grown in labs. Like they're not even real anymore.
Right.
Everybody makes 50-yarders. It's not the.
But it
No,
is-
that's normal now.
It's normal.
yeah, it's
In
not
the
like-
rain? In the rain?
I say in terms of. Okay.
Well, we got a question.
We got
All
a
right.
question from the audience. What's up, brother?
Ooh.
I was going to get into the Birds conversation. Let's do it.
Brian Johnson has got to be the hottest topic. Like,
Birds-
it's every week, Brian
So,
Johnson.
can I-
Birds are
single
underdogs
week.
Yeah.
against the
It is.
49ers.
It's a lot of Brian Johnson
they
stuff.
need tight end involvement.
Well, Dallas
But they
gotta
need-
be
well,
a-
they need
but-
tight end,
but a
but
big
in
deal.
general.
They
They
need,
need tight
right,
ends.
they need the personnel. But watching that game against the Bills, it's like they're limited to what they're doing because they were scared to run to the left in the first half.
Yep.
Without Lane Johnson, first
Right.
and foremost.
Right.
They finally figured that out. But Gainwell, Scott, and just there's nothing there across the middle. And you want Julio Jones to do something, but I think he's only good in the red zone, which means
Oh, this offense is definitely taking a step
right,
back
which
Yeah,
means all
agreed.
you have is
without
Brown and
Dallas
Smith.
Goddard.
Yes.
100%. Dallas Goddard is the real
The passing
deal.
game,
Is
yeah.
Dallas Goddard better than or I did it again.
Yeah.
George
George
Kittle.
Kittle. No.
No?
But he might be more important to the
Yes.
Eagles offense. Than
So
Kittle
I
is to Sam.
think for me to answer that, I think Brian Johnson is. I think we're comparing him though, and which is a shame. I think Brian Johnson is a top 15 offensive coordinator. Is a good one.
Is it going?
The problem is he's following Shane Steichen, who we're finding out is like one of the
Right.
top
I like
offensive
that.
coordinators
Right.
in all of
And
football.
before,
So like it is hard to compare because
Yeah.
I think Steichen was better. I think Johnson is not as good. I think he's still really good though, and I think he could get them to a
and
Super
think
Bowl
about
for
it
sure.
too. I know Frank Reich's reputation is garbage right now, but he also did a pretty good job as OC as well, and that ended up getting him. Now it turns out he was a bad head coach, but I don't think you can judge the offense completely right now because they're not in their total form, and that's why I would lobby for Zach Ertz because you need something extra there.
You need depth
Right.
in that
Right,
position
'cause
either way.
Calcaterra and Stoll are nothing.
They're not it.
They're going to block for you, and that's it.
Yeah.
So then what? Then there's a massive gaping hole in the middle of the field. Now, yes, that comes down to the OC.
Right.
Scheme something up for your guys across the middle. Does Quez Watkins help?
I think he's getting
he
there.
knew
So they're
because-
trying a bunch of new
Right.
RPO stuff
Yeah.
that Miami is doing, and so it's interesting what Johnson's trying to do. It's just not working yet.
Right.
So I think he's getting there.
And
But
here's
I think they definitely took a step back, though.
oh, for sure.
Like even watching the Bills game, and that comeback's built on heart and hustle and the defense just making
And Brandon
making plays.
Graham. It don't matter.
But I think it's an incomplete answer for me because I want to see what they can do now that Hurts is playing better. You know what Brown and Smith can do,
Right.
but
Also, I'm so glad that
Yeah.
Brian Johnson.
right, exactly.
Exactly.
I need the
Yeah.
QB draw game more. That's what I need. All right. I
Not-
thought I
not-
wanted
not
less
enough
QB
quarterback
draws. I
Not
need
enough
more
quarterback.
QB draws.
Now, John, have you given up on Rashad Penny?
No, I haven't. No, the Eagles have apparently.
I think
I've given up on Kenneth Gainwell completely and
but I
totally
think
given up
that's
on
also
him.
The problem too is like it's.
Thank you.
I think it's
Thank
very
you, brother.
it's very incomplete behind AJ Brown and Devontae Smith.
Correct.
And you're starting to realize that if you watch these games closer, is what a throw.
Uh-oh.
DK.
That's
Oh,
a
DK.
Touchdown. DK
Back.
There you go,
Metcalf.
Tim.
Seattle 6.
Wow.
Dallas 3.
Had DK.
All right,
to
maybe
score an
Dallas
eight
across.
touchdown.
What do I know?
Tim, what was your number
That
on
is
DK?
a big deal.
17 to
Nice.
1 first touchdown.
Good stuff.
Hey,
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
wow! Oh,
right, that's
first
right, yeah.
touchdown. Shit, damn, Tim. Great call, bro.
Good
Very
stuff.
good. Very
stuff.
good.
Wow.
That's a winner.
Very nice.
Wow. Didn't even hit it because I was selfish. I was thinking about my own parlay. Jake Ferguson, give me a touchdown. We cash.
That was a nice
Well,
throw
the
by
good
Gino, by
news
the way.
is, look, we're off and running.
We are.
We're off
So
and
is
running.
DK.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Nice.
right. Because he was probably around like 59, 60, right?
So what's the over under? What's the total? The live total? Yeah. What's the live
I needed to see that throw because I didn't see
It was actually
Gino.
a really good throw. He put it
Yeah,
in,
I
like-
heard Gino just threw a dart.
No, the game. The game total.
That's a good throw by Gino.
Gino's still good.
Seattle.
I'm not here with all this Gino Smith regress stuff.
70,
I think
73
Seattle's a
yards
mess.
to Metcalf.
Yeah.
So if,
Gino
you,
Smith can ball.
so if you have Metcalf props, you're done for the night, except for the receptions.
52 and a half is the live total. You're taking the over 52 and a half?
We already got 10.
I'm
10
already on.
10 points in.
I'm already on 47. Or
Like I think
yeah,
we take for
47 and a
granted
half,
great
so I'm
quarterbacks,
good.
but like
See,
Gino
now
Smith
that's-
is the
that's
starter.
Play
of this league.
live. If you think that plays an anomaly with
I said
Gino,
I said 51. The start before the show, I said 51.
Yeah.
That was
5.5 for the Cowboys. See now that's something when we get into the live betting aspect is it's 5.5 now. That the spread opened at 9.5. Maybe that's something you look at,
Right.
Because Dallas still moved the
Oh,
ball.
I would look at Dallas now.
Yeah,
by the way,
yeah, you still go with Dallas.
Yeah.
Like we didn't see anything to lead us believe Dallas
getting
won't win
getting
this
frosty
game. They
in
just gave
here.
up a touchdown.
Right.
How about the Flyers?
Getting
Finally,
frosty in here, Brace.
Ooh.
2-1.
Morgan Frost.
I like it.
I could not name like
You better
than
be
two
right
Flyers.
because I said
Nah,
it.
me neither. We were
You're
at the
fired.
game, and that was like the third time I watched them all season. It was cool.
That was your third time.
It was cool.
It's cool.
Oh, we had great
Lit-
seats. Shout out IR.
Literally and figuratively.
Carter Hart. Look, there's not much he can do when they're playing tic-tac-toe in front of him, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was easy at times.
It looked
Yeah,
pretty easy.
there was one goal he let up, and on
Carolina
Tuesday was
looked
bad.
quicker, they look bigger, they look faster, and they won 4-1. So
So let me get your thoughts on this. So 73-yarder for DK.
Yep.
Cuts across the middle. Are you one? I know we're getting really deep into the weeds here, but do you look at like live player props and see DK and be like, I'm gonna smash your whatever the under gets posted at now, like live lines because you have one fluky play and that's it?
it's a good way
I
of
know, we're
looking at
getting,
it.
I know we're getting super deep into the weeds on
Well,
live props.
first
but
and foremost, I would be curious to know what that number was pre-game. That would be the big thing
it's
for me.
59 and a half.
59
Yeah, it
and a
wasn't-
half,
yeah, it
and where
wasn't
we
much.
at
Yeah,
It's
now?
usually around 73.
Yeah, hell yeah, I would play that. That's actually a great call by you, Joe. Absolutely. like you said, it's one play in, and you're talking about adjustment. I felt like DK was going to be the guy all day, Ray.
it's
Roy,
131
excuse me.
and a
I
half
thought he was
right
going to be the guy all day, and that's why I took him on the anytime touchdown, put him in the parlay. A lot has to do with he's been the guy for the last couple of weeks too.
Would you bet him at 131 and a half on the live line?
No.
That's heavy. That's heavy. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, I don't.
That's
I'll
like
do that.
what-
What's the
extra-
plus money?
They're both minus 115 over and
What?
under.
No, yeah, I'll pass on that.
So this is the first time Dallas has trailed at home this season.
Wow.
That's
All right,
wild.
so
we like that.
I want your guys' opinion about Seattle, because the NFC it's very clear. It's Eagles Niners. We'll see that on Sunday.
Correct.
The Cowboys. Look, can I be honest with you? I still think that if you put them on the road in the wild card round, maybe that's just me being a Cowboys hater and saying, if Arthur Smith puts a defensive game plan together, maybe.
If Arthur Smith puts together a defensive game plan,
You know what I mean? The Falcons.
yeah, no, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah,
but
yeah.
no.
Gino.
Arthur Smith
where-
puts any
where-
game plan together.
Yeah, no.
Like what do you?
Hey, he's gonna do that this week against the Jets.
I hope so. I hope so.
So like what do you think of the NFC as a whole? Like the Seahawks are right above the Vikings right now.
What
But
do you have the Lions? I think the Lions are pretty good, but I think they're
Boom!
they're the team that goes.
I
on the
thought
road
for
and
sure
gets
he
caught.
was fumbling that.
I think Jared Goff has shown he's a bigger liability than we think he is.
Jared Goff is a liability, but Ben Johnson makes him so much better than he really is, and
Yeah.
that's the worry.
Right, and they have a running game.
I agree with
But
that.
I think the Lions are in a clear second tier.
Ben Johnson.
Agreed.
Ben Johnson about to name his price.
Yeah, I think so.
He's definitely the dude I want.
So I mean, I mean,
Get
the
him in
NFC,
LA.
The NFC bottoms out so fast,
It does, yeah.
and like watching the Vikings, like it's very clear that like the backup quarterback bump happened,
Right.
and then they came back down to earth this week. So like, what is
Checks
what's
down.
the answer? Like who? I guess it's like who's the ideal opponent if for some reason you drop to the 2 seed. And I think it's anybody at this point.
Yeah, but
right?
it's pretty much anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about because again, like the Eagles have beaten all the good teams that they
Right.
that they played, obviously. So I'm not scared of Detroit. I'm not scared of Dallas. Obviously, you beat KC, you beat Miami. I mean, you've beaten the best teams in the NFL. So again, I'm not really worried about these other teams, especially in your building.
Could one of these teams, whether it be the Seahawks, the Vikings, now they might be division games,
Right.
that's no caveat, but
Oh,
Yeah, that's an
PI.
easy
They
flag.
Give it a PI.
like
Give me that.
Green Bay, cool. It's nice that
Yeah.
the team has hope. But like, could any of these teams go to San Francisco, go to Detroit, and win a playoff game and just cause all sorts of hell in the NFC?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I would take. Yeah, I don't know. If you gave me Dallas, Detroit, what's the spread? If
Oh, I
it's-
think Dallas is better than Detroit.
What's
But
the spread?
Dallas
of
on the road
what's
is just
the
different.
spread of Detroit's hosting Dallas in the playoffs?
2.5.
Who?
2.5 Detroit favorite. If Detroit's hosting Dallas, it's a 2.5. It'll be under 3.
Okay, I can get down with that. I also think Detroit can win that game.
Oh, they could.
They could.
Yeah, they could.
Dallas is
I
much
don't think
different on the
Dallas
home
can
and
beat
on
the
the road.
49ers, and I don't think that Dallas can beat the Eagles.
No,
No,
Dallas-
I think it's very
yeah.
clear who 1 and 2 are,
Yeah,
Right.
which
right.
they can do.
At home, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Dallas just has they have no idea how to beat the 49ers.
Right.
That has just been the case for
Right.
years
See-
now, and I don't know if that changes at all.
See,
this
what
year.
ideally we would like to have as just as football fans is some mix of Eagles, Niners, Cowboys, Lions
Right.
in the divisional round.
Correct.
I prefer it to be Eagles, Lions, 49ers, Cowboys.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because I want
You don't
nothing
want
to
to deal with the Cowboys
No.
and the Niners in the same
Well,
run.
you also don't want a divisional team in the
Same.
in
Yeah,
the
agreed.
playoffs.
Agreed. Yeah.
like. I think that's just kind of a cardinal rule.
we're
for
about
me.
to get 17 points in the first quarter, and we ain't done yet.
We ain't done yet.
Here comes a touchdown right here.
Dude, Jack is playing out of his mind right now. Out of his mind.
Oh, come on.
That
Hey,
throw
about
is
the quarterback. That's about the receiver.
that throw is
That's
unbelievable.
about the receiver. That's about
an
the
awesome
receiver.
ball.
That's CD Lamb.
Oh, don't do
No,
that,
that's
Brace.
a laser. That's a laser.
That's a
laser.
ball, man.
That's
Give it
easy.
to CD. Oh,
Look
well,
at
the
the
first thing
pass.
I'm talking about is CD Lamb. You can talk about the quarterback.
I don't know.
CD Lamb is a damn.
Did you watch the
Look at the
throw?
pass. Look at the pass.
That's a great throw.
I mean, come on. Can the catch get some love? Double coverage going up
No.
and getting it?
You're splitting that ball between two defenders?
I'll
No.
take CD
That's-
all day on
dude,
that.
that
Sean,
throw was a
how
laser.
dirty do we feel right now?
There's like 3 quarterbacks who can make that throw. It's like,
Dak is one of them right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Roy, honestly,
Can
two years ago, Jansen and I look. Let's watch the replay.
Yeah, look.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
That's a beautiful
I think that's a better
ball.
catch than a better throw.
Look, hand in hand. All I know is this: 2 years ago, I was like Dak Prescott.
Sure.
No way is he a top 5 quarterback.
Sure.
He was a top 5 quarterback. Last year stunk.
Right.
Last year struggled. But 2 years ago, he showed me he was a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Dude's a beast. I'm not surprised. But the problem I have with it is the whole Dallas deal. Because everybody goes over the top of it. Chase Daniel going today saying, "Oh, he's the most hated MVP." Blah blah blah. Like, dude, he's 4th in MVP odds right now.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
that's why
proper.
when I do say I think it's different this year, which I do think it's different. Like I think Dallas is much better than they have been previously, but that still exists. So it's really hard for me to convince
Correct.
anybody that, because all it just goes back to is, well, they've been good previous years and they still had playoff problems. Now again, I think it's better this year, but still that will never go
17
away.
points in the first freaking 10 minutes.
You think this one's
Let's
going
go!
over?
Woo!
By the way,
By the way, your
Everything-
lovely bride here, Allie, is here.
I know she came to support us.
Hi, Allie.
came to support
Allie.
She's not even paying attention to us.
Well, she probably
That-
can't hear us. We got the jukebox cranking
That's-
here at Maggie's on the
It's-
Waterfront.
It's all right. She doesn't listen to me anyway.
So here's the thing. You mentioned MVP odds. Dak Prescott plus 650. I know it's sacrilegious.
No,
I just watched Jalen Hurts
he's not going to
bring
win
the
it.
Eagles back and beat the
Well,
Bills.
no, I would always say
I'm gonna
Dak
watch him
Prescott.
beat the 49ers.
Team
There's no way you can
success
convince me.
comes into these awards.
Dak
Yes.
Prescott should be ahead of Mahomes and Lamar Jackson easily right now. Easily.
That's
Their
why-
numbers are better. He's playing better than
No.
both of those guys right now.
What
He should
Sean-
be over.
what
Yeah, their
Sean-
team-
what
their
Sean
team is
just
better.
said-
I'm
Jill.
okay with Jalen Hurts being a favorite.
Jill,
What Sean just
2
said
more buckets.
is why
Thank
Jaden
you.
Daniels is not the clear front runner and has already the Heisman wrapped up.
Yeah.
It applies
he shouldn't.
across the board.
He shouldn't.
He's the best player in college football, and he plays for a 3-loss team.
Yes.
And
What's
that's why he's
Well,
not.
Jalen Milroe ain't going to New York either. Nor should he.
At least Daniels is going to New York
Absolutely. It's Bo Nix, Penix, and him.
and Harrison. Harrison should go.
Oh,
As
there's
best.
4.
There's
We were
usually
trying-
4.
We were trying to debate that. I was wondering who had
Sometimes
to
it's 5. It really debate on the year.
Really? There's
Yeah.
no 5?
It's close. Yeah, it's close.
Wow.
If it's close, they bring more.
Oh,
guys.
okay. Well, I like that.
But I
More
mean,
the merrier.
that's why, like the Pac-12.
Do you know that
championship-
John Jansen is a Heisman Trophy?
He is.
Hello.
Vote?
I
Hello.
do. He likes to tell me that every time.
Yeah,
He should.
I should.
There's 877.
It's the only good thing about me.
77.
870, and then the
70.
Heisman winners also vote.
Yeah.
Wow. So you and Tim Couch
Him
have
and
something.
Barry Sanders.
Did Tim Couch?
Tim Couch did not
I
win
was
the
gonna say,
Heisman.
he was just
Jason-
number 1
Jason
overall
White.
pick.
Jason White, yeah.
Eric Crouch. That's what I was
Eric
thinking.
Crouch,
that's what I
yeah,
was thinking of.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking
They were
of.
close enough. Tim
Well,
Couch. I mean,
Tim Couch was number 1 overall pick.
He
wasn't
was.
he?
That's right. That's right.
Jeez. Cleveland. Cleveland.
This is for you.
by the way, I know we just talked about the NFC.
Talk to me.
The AFC, speaking of Cleveland, what a mess that is.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't matter tonight, but like,
Well, I
But-
just think it's going to come down to Kansas City again.
I think Baltimore is the best team in the NFL right now.
I think Kansas City could beat them.
Even without Mark Andrews, that hurts them a lot on offense.
It does,
It hurts
but
them a lot.
See, that's what I'm afraid of with Zach Ertz.
Right.
Because if you're Zach Ertz and yes, the Eagles are sentimental and you want to come back here,
Right.
but
10
Dallas
10
Goedert's
snaps.
Dallas Goedert's about to come back.
Right.
Like if you go to Baltimore,
You'll be tight end 1.
you're the
Right.
guy.
Yep.
And that make like if they now see, I think it's all dependent on if Odell is the full form of Odell that we saw
Right.
in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Still bitter about him not winning MVP because
Yeah.
that was a very nice number that I got, and
Right.
neither here nor there. But Flowers has come along. That defense is incredible.
Keaton Mitchell. Little Keaton Mitchell love.
ECU.
Keaton Mitchell, electric.
Like,
But they need
I
that
think-
speed. They do. They really do need
I
that
think
speed.
if you're doing like a comparison,
Yeah.
I trust Baltimore's wideouts a little bit more than I do Kansas City's.
Oh, absolutely.
But Kansas
absolutely.
City's got Travis Kelce.
Right.
Like if Mark Andrews is healthy, then I can make a very, very strong case to you and say Baltimore best team in the AFC.
I would not disagree with that.
I
If
think-
if
I think-
Andrews was healthy,
I
agreed.
think Baltimore might be the best team in the NFL.
Baltimore's up there. I think Baltimore's very close.
If
to being the best
Andrews
team.
was healthy, you'd say that.
Yes.
More,
Even with Andrews, even with Mark Andrews out though, I actually think the receivers
Down
are good enough
95.
this year to carry the load. For now, I think they'll
Okay.
eventually need Mark Andrews.
Like I
But for now, I think
I think
their
they can
receivers are good
I
enough.
think they can get through the AFC.
Yeah.
I just don't know if they can.
like
beat
I think there are 4 teams that can win the Super Bowl.
Oh, there's definitely more than 4.
No, I think it's Baltimore.
We're
Kansas-
watching one of them tonight.
Seattle.
No, I think it's Baltimore.
Dallas can't win the Super Bowl.
No, they can't.
No, they have a Super Bowl ceiling. Absolutely.
No, they don't.
But they
Absolutely.
can't beat they can't win the big.
John, they're not going to reach
Okay,
the NFC
right.
Championship game.
That's
You want to
fine.
put money on
That's
it?
fine.
I'm
No.
dying to take somebody's
They're gonna-
money
they're gonna have-
and then making the NFC Championship game.
But,
That's what I
they're
tweeted
not going
Chase
to.
Daniel.
They're
I
gonna have
said,
to win 2
Chase,
more
They
games.
can't.
you want
they
to put
really
your
can't.
money up on
But
it.
then I mean,
Ooh,
then
that's
Joe's right. How many
disrespectful.
teams are there? 3 or 4 teams then? It's Ravens, Chiefs, Eagles, who? 49ers?
49ers.
And that's
Yeah.
it.
I
That's
think
it.
Detroit can.
Dallas
They
is better than
absolutely
Detroit.
cannot.
No way.
No, they can't.
Detroit
If you're putting
Tigers.
Detroit in, then you got to
I'm
put
not putting
Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah,
There's too much
Dallas is
pressure
better than
that
Detroit.
comes with
Like,
the
what-
star.
But-
There's too much. All that builds
Correct.
up. It's never going to work for
But-
them.
That's
here's-
fine,
here's-
but they're very good.
How many times do we talk about it at this point in the year? And we're like, oh, the pool is like 8 or 9. We said the national championship. I'm picking everything
Yeah.
back to college football. Oh, there's 8 or 9 that can win the title. In reality, there's like 4. And it's the same thing in the NFL. It's the,
Who
it's the
did that?
2 best teams in the AFC.
Who put on Creed?
and the 2
Oh,
best
yeah.
teams in the NFC.
Somebody play.
Somebody put on Creed just for me? Was this for me? Oh, thank you guys.
Somebody
guys.
skip Taylor Swift to play Creed.
Skip
no.
Taylor Swift for a real artist.
And I love it.
Race.
Jansen
No,
loves
no.
it as more.
I don't trust Luka to touch this.
Now-
No, we're not doing
Now
that.
Jansen's happy.
Yes, he is. All right. We're going to pass the mics. Joe, Roy, John, you're going to stay on. You guys stay on. Joe and I are going to slide off here.
All right.
Beef, get up here. Luke, get up here. Take these 2. Take over, boys.
By the way, if this game gets boring, Beef and I are just going to do college basketball
That's it.
talk for like
If this game
30
gets boring,
minutes.
just keep putting on Creed, and you'll have a great night. All right. Have we even talked about the game at all recently?
We
Seattle
haven't.
with the ball. Geno Smith checking it downfield. Ooh.
Beautiful over the shoulder catch by DK Metcalf.
Geno's balling right now.
He's playing
That's
pretty
a
well.
heck of a throw. All right. We got on. By the way, we got on here now on the stream. We got Beef, Ryan Coyle, beautiful Devontae Smith, Jersey right there, and Morgan Wallen, guest co-hosting with us. Morgan Wallen, fresh off of a tour, I think. I don't even know. Where are you at these days, Morgan Wallen? It's actually Luke Arcady. How you doing, Luke? How we feeling about this game so far, fellas? How the bet's going? Whoa. Hey,
Really
Hey.
Feel good. I have a parlay in right now that was kind of like one of the nuke ones that you put in to like empty out the account. That actually looks really good. I hit both the first touchdown scores already. Metcalf over yards. So we look all right. We're not dead
It's
yet.
really hard to
Lot.
pay attention to you with Creed going on right now.
It's okay.
It's really-
I know
All
you're a
I
big
hear is
Creed.
Scott Stapp telling me about some really trippy dream he's having right now.
Jason
Yeah,
Peters
the only
sighting.
thing I
Jason
Oh my
Peters
God.
sighting.
Yeah.
Peters sighting.
looking injured, looking injured.
Was it year
Incoming
21?
false start.
Is it year 21?
Is it
for Jason
only year
Peters?
21?
I
Incoming
believe
false
it is.
start on this drive.
I believe year
Did you know he
21
was
for
a
Jason
tight end at
Peters.
Arkansas when he started?
He was, indeed.
I have never
And
heard
Josh-
that story
Josh
before.
Dobbs
Yeah.
also was a rocket scientist as well.
Yes.
Seahawks in the Reds. Jason Peters. Wow,
Oh,
it's
my
just
goodness
so much
gracious.
ton of camera time right now for Jason Peters.
See, when Beef comes on stage, we got to get Beef in the game as well.
Yeah.
So Jason Peters.
Zach Charbonnet into the red zone here.
So does Seattle look better than you guys thought? Because I think we all kind of thought it was going to be a blowout.
Yeah,
They
Offense
moved the
does.
ball- they moved the
Offense
ball
been
down the
struggling
field.
a lot.
It's
So.
the first Thursday night game where they've been moving the football.
Exactly.
It's a sight to behold.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Seattle looks better than we thought.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cowboys are really good, right?
Right.
Whether listen, I hate the Cowboys, but they're good, right? So it's especially at home. It seems like they don't really lose at home.
No, they haven't with 13,
but-
13 in a row at home. for the
13 in a
Cowboys.
row at home. Yep.
Yeah,
5-0 this year.
That's really good. Gino's
He was
running.
getting
Oh,
chased out.
man.
Ooh, that's a
Oh, yeah, that didn't look good.
Should have a tie game here.
And
Well, see, this is going to be the problem because they scored a touchdown off a 73-yarder.
Right.
Seattle's one of the worst red zone teams in all football.
Yep.
Exactly.
Mostly because they actually don't have any red zone guys. Like DK Metcalf is not a red zone guy. So
No.
they just have a bunch of burners. And then when they get inside the 20, Geno has nothing
Right.
like nowhere to go.
Yeah. Like inside the 5 when Walker's healthy.
So this
it's
is
a lot.
I mean,
but
that's
other than
why
that,
I think
Now
I
you're
wanted to get
relying
down to
on
5.5. I love that number for Dallas once it got down to 5.5.
agreed.
It's just
Agreed.
they're going to have trouble in the red zone. It will happen every single
And you
time.
know,
And now they're settling for a field goal.
once Dallas goes up in like third and fourth quarter, once they have a lead, they just
second half
continue
is
to
when it
score
happens.
touchdowns.
Pound
Like
on you.
they just pound touchdowns once they have a lead. So
Flag on
that
the
was a
play.
pretty good number for them.
I mean,
a flag.
I don't know. Just even watching this
Pete
game.
Carroll is not happy.
How can you not think Dallas is going to be that? Micah Parsons just blew up that play
Yeah.
in seconds. And that defense is so great, and we just got to pretend it's not good.
I'll tell you this. I have never seen a person chew gum more aggressively than Pete Carroll.
Is he the most aggressive gum
24/7.
chewer?
It's just
Ooh.
24/7.
We'll take your calls on the other
He
side.
definitely he
Exactly.
qualifies. He qualifies.
I'll tell you what, though, watching this makes you realize how lucky
Oh, he
Whoa.
missed it. He missed it. No good.
how
Wide
lucky you
right.
are to have a guy like Jalen Hurts as your quarterback and his contract proving worth. So when
Exactly.
you look at guys like Geno Smith, Daniel Jones, Ryan Tannehill, they parlayed one good season into a massive contract extension. I think the Seahawks are the most, team that was able to get out of it the most, probably at the end of this season. But the Giants are screwed with their
Giants are-
cap
yeah.
money.
Giants are done.
Ryan Tannehill, I believe, is a free agent at the end of the year, but they were.
He's
paying
also
him
done.
He's
as a
terrible.
But if
top
you were the
rated
Titans,
quarterback past few
Like you're
years.
not going to
No,
bring
I think
Tannehill back.
Gino's
Exactly.
a great fit for Seattle. I
Gino's
love
not
Gino.
bad.
But he's
Gino,
not not going to get this team over the top.
No, but
He's great if you want to be that 10-7,
Yeah,
7
but-
seed, 6 seed.
There's not many quarterbacks better than Gino. I mean, they're in a dilemma that you usually get to when you have a quarterback like Gino. He's so good that he probably should be a starter in the league, but he's also, not good enough to where you're going to be stuck in the middle most of the
I also
time.
think though he's taking that step back this year. Like the roster around him, the youth around him. This should be a
Back-to-back
team that
Creed. Who
should be
played Creed
competing
for
a little bit better than they are. I think this.
I swear that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
No, we gotta fix this. We gotta fix this.
No more Creed.
Just hurt.
I need. No, we gotta fix
Yeah, let's
this.
get Creed out of
Yeah.
This is definitely a top 5 Creed song.
here. Or it's
Jansen's smirking. Or
It was
excuse
his
me,
son.
Jansen's
Whoa,
smirking.
whoa,
Can we just get a Creed song? Am I getting heckled right now over here?
Jeez.
Is this what's happening? Everybody's
I
singing.
think the thing with Gino is though that he
Needs to listen to more Creed so he can be more like Kirk
I,
Cousins.
I
Yeah.
promise you he doesn't. But I think he earned I don't think Gino's going to ever play
To that
as
level.
good as he played last
Right.
season.
Of course. Yeah.
Like that was Gino's peak.
Yeah.
That's the
last
ceiling.
season.
I don't
Yeah,
think a
exactly.
lot of Seattle's problems are Gino, though. I think
No, I don't.
'Cause
I
I
think Gino's
was just able to
towards
watch
the
it.
bottom of.
I just
of their
was able to
problem.
watch a video of like things that might be going wrong, and a lot of it's guys aren't running right routes; they're running into each other. It was so bad that the person who was talking about it compared it to the Jaguars in 2021 when like Urban Meyer had guys running routes directly into each other.
Right.
So like I don't think Gino's playing like he was last year. But how can you not look at throws like tonight, like he just had with DK Metcalf on both of those? I think the guy can play. I think he can ball. It's just, you're right, though. I don't know if he's going to ever get them over the top. I don't know if that's the right role he's in.
But-
right now, Seattle
but I
doesn't need
think-
that.
but you
Seattle
made-
just needs to be good.
But
You
right
made a
now,
good
if
point.
you also look at the NFC too, you don't need to.
Right,
obviously,
Gino's
your
perfect
goal,
because you have
your
the
goal-
opportunity to be in the wild
Your
card.
goal is to win the Super Bowl every year, right? But you don't
for
need
sure.
you don't need a great quarterback to get into the playoffs in the NFC.
Exactly. Like he'll get you in a dance every year. Like he'll get you in a dance
The
every
Carolina
year.
And I think
Panthers
that's
can
exactly
still
where Seattle
mathematically
needs to
host
be.
a playoff game.
Right.
Like that's how bad the NFC is this year.
But the thing is, like,
Especially
no.
the South.
But John made a good point. Yeah, you can get rid of Gino. How is it? How are you going to get a better quarterback than Gino? Like, there's not many quarterbacks
Not right away.
better.
But
than
Gino's
Gino
there.
out
Draft a quarterback, maybe. Develop him,
him.
and let Gino play.
Hope he's not Zach Wilson.
Hope he's not Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're also moving into a time where I feel like as you go on in the NFL now, we were talking about this the other day, it feels like there's not as many great quarterbacks in the NFL anymore.
There's not as many good quarterbacks.
Like, exactly. Like,
yeah.
we in a time like the early 2010s where you had guys like Brady, Breeze,
Right,
man, like
right.
all these guys, but even your guys that weren't necessarily the most elite of the elite,
We're still
you
pretty
had
good.
way better great quarterbacks than you do now.
I
Like,
feel like
it feels like
I feel like it's top heavy.
there's
It's super
there's an
top heavy.
elite tier, there's
Right.
a
Such
really
a
good
drop
tier, and then
And
it
it's
drops
everybody
off.
else.
Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
once you
Go-
get outside like the top 10 or fringe top 10, it gets
like,
bad
you put-
very quickly.
you have your guys at the top, right?
Right.
Mahomes, Hurts,
Yeah.
Burrow, Allen,
Right.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence,
What is-
Lamar, Dak.
Yeah.
Right?
But once
And
you get down to
after
Gino,
that,
because
like-
Gino's probably the bar. Like once you get to Gino,
Yeah, Gino's
it's
like
gonna-
right there.
And
Yeah, Gino's like right
Gino,
there.
Kyler, Jared Goff.
Right.
Like, you're not like it's not how it used to be. Like
No.
you don't You don't need to have a great quarterback to win in the NFL.
Right.
You need to have a great one to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, agree.
You don't need to have a great one to win. And
Well, even let's just say
consistently
that
get to the
Dak Prescott's been great, and I mean, even we would qualify him. Is he good enough to win a Super Bowl? You know,
playoffs.
like,
I think
I think he should be,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah, should be.
we would think about, is he good enough? There's just a handful of quarterbacks like that.
I think if Dak was on another team and he had a stacked team, I think he's a good enough quarterback.
Dallas is a pretty stacked team.
I think this is his best roster.
I just think it's the
I
Dallas
think so.
curse.
I'm with you,
Yeah.
Beef. I think this is the best team.
I think I'm in the camp. I do say what you want about the Cowboys, their lack of previous success over the past 20 years or whatever. But I think they have the team that can win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But they're at such a disadvantage having to start on the road. You have to go win 3 straight road games.
They have to be in a
and then
division with
win
the
a Super
Eagles.
Bowl.
It's
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
because they are extremely talented. It's just the Eagles are so much
They're a
more
great
talented than
football
everybody
team.
else.
They have great receivers. They have a really good quarterback, whether we like them or not. They have a really good quarterback. They have a really damn good defense. Like their defense is really good. It's just I feel like they still have that Dallas curse hanging over their head. I feel like they always kind of will until they win. But they definitely have the roster.
I know you had more there.
I brought this point up earlier this week. The Eagles lose to the 49ers. The Eagles go and lose to Dallas. Dallas wins tonight. They win next week. I believe Dallas are in first place.
Yep.
Yeah, Eagles could be the 5th seed.
But the Eagles have much easier games down the stretch. Like Dallas still has the Dolphins,
Arizona,
the Lions. They have a few. The Bills, I believe, Dallas still has some plays who are going to be playing desperate.
Yeah, they have a decent
Dallas
schedule
has
coming
a
up.
much tougher schedule coming up. But you could look by the end of next week, and the Eagles could be the 5th seed.
Yeah,
they go from 10-1 to 10-3, and the 5th seed in a blink of an eye. So I mean, reality could come very fast.
Well, that's why that first Dallas game was huge.
Exactly.
They had to, because they don't do well in Dallas. So that game was already going to be tough. And I don't know if you chalk it up as a loss, but that's a really hard game to win, even for a team like the Eagles.
That makes this week even more important.
I feel a lot better about the 49ers at home than I do going to Dallas.
I do too.
I agree.
Oh, yeah. And 49ers are a threat. It's just Dallas at home is so
They're
tough.
so good. They're so good.
It's basically written now that unless an upset happens, in quotes, right? We beat Dallas at home, they beat us in Dallas. Like that's basically what happens like every season. You kind of expect a loss in Dallas, whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
like
so
it's
Dallas is up 10-7 after the first quarter. I think the live line is 53.5. Any betting 10.5? Dallas favored by 10.5.
Is it 10.5? I was about to ask that.
Yeah. 53.5.
I don't know why the 10. I liked them at 9.5 for some reason.
I was hoping the spread would be a little bit closer.
It's 10.5.
10-7. So the Seattle missed the field goal.
right now.
Oh, they missed
They missed it. They should not have missed that field goal.
That was a chip shot.
Easy.
Dallas is minus nearly 800 on the money line.
Minus
there.
750 on the money line. Yeah.
Because to me, all bets have to be
53.5.
Dallas. So the fact that they have a 3-point lead and they're 10.5-point favorites. I think the first one, that really the time to bet him was Seattle scored and they were up by 5 and it was 5.5. That was it.
Yeah. You're not gonna get
I would still probably lean towards the under. I think you need
under. Okay.
You need more than 5 touchdowns.
Because I think that's 6 points over what it was. I think 47.5.
47.5.
So now it's 6 points over right now.
So I mean, you still need over 5.
But what can help you with
touchdowns
that?
to hit the
Again,
over right now.
Seattle scored already 7 points, but they have one of the worst red zone offenses in the NFL.
Right.
So obviously, you expect them to slow down. They can maybe move the ball like they are, all of that, but they're probably going to settle for field goals. They're probably not going to score as
And you look at DK's touchdown; it was a slant that turned into a missed tackle and a 70-yard gain. It wasn't a big time, over the top explosive play. He just had to go out there and make a play himself.
But they did move the ball down the field both times, both drives. So, I mean, like
they did.
Nobody's playing defense tonight. It's like a Big 12 game out here. So maybe we get over that number. I don't know.
Well, are they really going to go for it on 4th?
They are.
I don't know.
No way. Mike McCarthy's too much of a coward.
You can take a Dallas punt right now to be plus
He's not going to do it. He's a coward.
If you're the Cowboys, you have to do it.
That's fun.
There you go.
Oh, they got it.
You have to.
All right, maybe Mike McCarthy's not a coward. I stand corrected, fellas.
Here's something that I've been looking at in the books throughout the week. After the Eagles won on Sunday, I looked at the Super Bowl odds. 49ers were the favorite at plus 400, Chiefs at plus 425, Eagles plus 450.
Yep.
As of before this show, the 49ers moved to plus 330, and the Eagles went down to plus 550. What do you think of that? Why is that the
It's going to be
case?
so much left for San Francisco. It's just their power rankings. We definitely can tell from this game that 49ers are a 3-point favorite. By the way, that opened 1.5. And everybody wants to ask, why is it that way? Because the money's all there. Like
Yeah.
the money is
The
going.
money's
There
always
is
there.
so much money flowing into San Francisco, and I guarantee you, it's for the futures as well. San Francisco, in terms of how they look, the numbers, everything is saying, other than win-loss record, but everything else is saying San Francisco is better. Do I think that's a reason to bet San Francisco? No. I still think the Eagles are the best team in the NFL.
Agreed.
But certainly the Vegas power rankings and also the money is all pointing towards San Francisco. And
So
I
right
think
now,
it is moving the line in like dramatic ways,
Yeah.
though, for no
See, but
reason.
right now on DraftKings, percentage of bets on the Eagles is over 50. It's over 60%.
Yeah.
64% right now on the Eagles.
That's low, though, for
Which-
the public, because obviously the public is going to be on, I would think, the home team. But that's a pretty low number,
Yeah.
I would say, for a 10-1
as
team.
the underdog as well.
If you would probably look at the percentage of money on that game, I think it would be overwhelming San Francisco.
you would think that a number 1 seed with 10 wins as an underdog would probably have a higher percentage of bets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually it is around, I would even say Buffalo, I would assume it probably was around 70, 80%. That's where those numbers usually like. It could have been high 60s, but yeah, it's more of the money, though. The sharps, the big money, all going on San Francisco. That's what dictates line, by the way. Everybody asks, like, why is the
Yeah,
number the way it
it's
is?
the
Money.
It's always the
Money.
It's always the money.
That's always the money.
Money runs everything, right?
Yes, it does.
I'm in the camp though. I think this week, even though it's not a divisional game, means a lot more than next week.
Huge.
Because if you
Oh,
win
yeah.
this week, next week, if you lose, it's okay.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Because
matter.
I
Doesn't
feel like
matter.
if you win this week, you have the 1 seed all but locked up. You can lose next week. The rest of the way, you should run the
Right,
table.
you got
easily.
Arizona, you got the
Arizona Giants twice.
Like,
You've already-
And who
you've
else?
already-
Honestly, is it just win one of these two,
And the
and you
Seahawks
should be
game.
good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you should be good. Yeah.
Arizona,
you already
Arizona
You already
Giants
have
twice.
the, you already have the game on the Cowboys. So like you want to win this one.
You don't want to have to go into Dallas.
Yes,
and need
exactly.
That would
to
be
win.
nice. Yeah, that'd be nice.
You
That's
don't-
what you don't
You
want.
don't want to have to go into Dallas
Right.
after it's a Dallas team that's hot in Dallas. You
Short-
say, what,
short
this will
week.
probably be like
You know?
14 home wins in a row.
Right.
You don't want
Right.
to have to go into Dallas having to win
Right.
because there's a
week.
good chance you probably won't.
That's what, that's what,
Anyone can eat that too. I got that. Everyone eat up. Eat up. I don't really know what I order, but just eat up.
Timmy.
Eat up. We're good.
Hey.
Dak rules.
All right. No worries. We got Tim O'Keefe joining us here. So Dallas 10-7 over the Seahawks, second quarter of the game.
My guy Rico just get a touch.
Yeah, Rico got a touch. I think Rico's going to get some work this week.
He's in that
Completely
fantasy
forgot that I
got in just in time for Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, so you got some Rico Dowdle insight for us.
I got nothing
Well,
except
you hit the first touchdown scorer, so you obviously know what's going
I
on
did.
here.
All I
So-
know is my
Looks
one
like
buddy.
CeeDee Lamb.
Oh,
my God,
Yeah,
pulled
what
him
a
right back.
tackle.
CeeDee Lamb
Oh
got
my God.
taken out of the air.
That was an unbelievable tackle.
that was a really good. That was a really
He
good.
went for
tackle.
the hurdle touchdown, and
So we've been debating how
contradict?
good this Dallas team is. Are they better than the Eagles? Are they better than San Fran? Where do you land?
They're not better than the Eagles. I feel very confident in that. And honestly,
Okay.
I can't even say they're better than San Fran at this
Okay.
point.
So they're clear tier 2 in the NFC.
You see, it's tough. Tiering's tough for me with these three teams. I think it's Eagles are clear 1,
Okay.
and then I would have San Fran and Dallas in the same tier. I'm not going to be shocked if in the
Ooh.
playoffs if Dallas can compete with San Fran.
I know
I'm not going to be shocked about
I
that.
know you've seen those power rankings that have like the Eagles like 7th. and-
Absolute disrespect.
well, that's
Ridiculous.
stupid like
No.
EPI rating.
That is clickbait. That's all it is. Don't even give it any
Doesn't
analysis.
account
It's
for
put
clickbait.
numbers into a spreadsheet. That's so.
It has Bernard's
Got-
Chargers
got-
as the 8th best team, sitting at 4-6.
Bernard's Chargers.
Good thing he
Yeah,
has
listen,
the
they got their
AirPod
cutting
in and
clips.
can't hear me right.
No, we'll learn a lot about the Eagles and a lot about the Niners this week. But
Your Los Angeles Chargers.
I think the Niners are pretty good. Like, I think they're a really good football team. Both sides of the ball. Their favorite coming in here. If the game was in San Fran, what would be like a 7-8 point line? Probably.
Definitely
That's the thing,
understand.
six.
But it's the line is because of the spot, right? San Fran has 10 days rest. Eagles coming off an emotional victory against Buffalo. We're
Right.
in the midst of an awful stretch schedule-wise that we've done great with,
Which is
but
crazy.
we're in a
Amazing.
hell stretch.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Crazy that we know that a 10-1 team would be a 6-point underdog.
Right.
Like, that's
Yeah.
bizarre.
Like
I'm-
I'd be
class of the
curious to
NFC.
see what the number would have been if they would have lost one of those Chiefs games or one of those Bills games. And they might feel like it's a spot that they're due for a loss in the so-called gauntlet.
Right.
But I've had a lot of people that I've talked to said, like, screw the gauntlet. We are the gauntlet.
We are
you
the
have
gauntlet.
to come through us.
You got to come
We
through
are.
us. Like we were worried about this gauntlet. Over these last 5 games, the Eagles 17 for 21 in the red zone. Like they've gotten it done when they needed
which
to get
is
it done.
something that they
100%
struggled with
with.
in an insane amount the first 6-7 games of the
Like, yeah.
season.
They look like they
It
didn't
felt
know
like
how to
they
snap the
could
ball.
it felt like they could never
Never
score in the red zone.
Yeah.
And obviously, not that the Eagles really need any more bulletin board material than the 49ers have needed since the AFC Championship game. They've given us enough. But I'm honestly happy that they're calling us a dog
Right.
rather than making us a 2-point favorite. It's like, all right, hey, we're still favorite. You call them a dog, you know they're going to use that in the
There's nothing to
locker
play
room.
for.
And,
You know it.
The Eagles want this. Like they have to want this one, right? Like it's so much backlash from a team that just like they have not stopped talking about that NFC Championship game until it's Debo. It's a bunch of guys, but it's Debo.
Debo, it's Brandon Ayuk.
And I would have to believe that somebody on that defense is going to absolutely lay Debo out the chance they can. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like that's the type of game that this is turning into. And I saw someone say it the other day. It's that this is turning into a rivalry now, which
it
is
is.
great. And we just
It
got a
is.
touchdown. I believe it's Tony.
Is that
Brandon
Cooks?
Cooks.
TD?
Brandon Cooks.
Soon
Cash
to be-
those Brandon Cooks anytime touchdown bets. Can't imagine there's a lot of them out there.
And it could be. He's been pretty
Could be.
hot. He's been
Could
pretty
be.
hot
Could
last
be.
couple of weeks.
Brandon Cooks has like quietly been one of the most underrated receivers. Everywhere he goes, he has 1,000 yards.
I thought he was going to be this guy like week 1, week 2.
Yeah.
It's taken like 8 weeks.
He got off to a tough start, but definitely a good. That was a good pickup for Dallas. 'Cause, I mean, he was great in Houston.
He's been
he was
floating around.
he was
Oh,
quiet.
Saints, Patriots, Rams. He had 1,000, I believe, at every stop.
Yeah.
He was quiet, but he was always just consistent.
Fast
Touchdown
forward like
yards.
10, 15 years, it'll be like, you're doing Hall of Fame resumes.
Yeah.
There'll be somebody on the border, and you're like, oh, he's a definite Hall of Famer. And then you're going to put their blind resumes next to Brandon Cooks.
It could be worse than
And it's
Brandon Cooks.
exactly.
Right,
It's gonna
yeah.
be, well, hell no, he's not a Hall of Famer, but you're right. He's just been very solid everywhere.
Yeah, like Ryan said, like I think he's had 1,000 with the Saints. I think he had 1,000 with Houston.
Yep.
Like he just gets 1,000 yards every single year, 65, 70 catches. He's been a consistent receiver everywhere he's going. Much better than Michael Gallup, who's a shell of himself.
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
injury. So
1,000%.
awesome number two wide receiver for the Cowboys.
Cooks
Again,
also, he might have as many concussions as he has 1,000 yard seasons,
Yeah,
I believe,
yeah.
as well.
yeah,
He's always been banged up. That's the crazy thing too. He finds a way to miss 2-3 games a year and always eclipses 1,000 yards.
So I know we've been talking a lot about Eagles 49ers,
Yeah.
but there are some pretty good games other than just that this week. I know the Jacksonville Cincinnati game.
we got that. We
Obviously,
got that
no Joe Burrow,
Falcons Jets game.
but Falcons Jets, barn burner there in New York, or technically Jersey. But is there any other games that are kind of standing out? There's some division games. Saints Panthers. Saints will definitely take that one just because the Panthers stink. But I feel like those NFC South division games are always pretty close.
Right. Right.
They always seem to be within a touchdown, which is what the line's saying right now.
Yeah, the Panthers stink. Baker Mayfield's a little banged up, so
Yeah.
who
I'm
knows?
looking at that Broncos Texans game. Both teams sit at 6-5. I feel like that could be a game when we're looking down the line in January. That's a potential tiebreaker game for that 7th spot.
Yeah, one of the bigger over/unders on a slate too, 47.5, which is pretty. Which a lot. If you told me that last week, I'd say like that's a bit high, But the Broncos have been playing well recently. Obviously, CJ Stroud's been fantastic, quarterback wise. Like Brace, went on the Seth Joyner show, faded Tua against the Washington Commanders. I don't understand.
Bizarre.
That.
It's absolutely
Somebody
bizarre.
tell me
That's
why
my favorite play of the week.
Faded a quarterback
Dolphins minus
against
9.5.
Washington's passing
faded
defense.
Tua Tagovailoa against the Commanders, who give up 300 yards to everybody. I think 7 times this year they've given up 300 passing yards.
He's too busy eating wings to even acknowledge
Yeah,
this right
exactly.
now.
He'll see
I
the
think-
stream.
I think my favorite, honestly, one of my favorite games of the 1 o'clock slate is Houston-Denver. 2 teams I don't really think had like a ton of expectations coming into the year, but like have suddenly
They're in
made
the
them like
playoff race.
fringe playoff teams right now. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that game or you guys have any plays necessarily, but that seems like something that could turn into possibly a high scoring game there. I don't know.
So
Over
here's
under
what I'll
47 and a
say.
half, like we said.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say on that one. And it's more just about Houston as a team. I love what they've done. They got aggressive in the draft, trading up for the 3rd pick while they already had the 2nd.
Right.
It kind of just feels like the air is about to come out of the balloon. Right. It's a really good year. I think it's a really great year. D'Amico Ryan's done fantastic. He's a guy that's like, you can make the case for coach of the year if they don't make the playoffs.
Agreed.
Probably wouldn't get it if he doesn't make the playoffs, but he's absolutely in the discussion. It just feels like everything's been going so right for them. Whereas Denver started off terrible and Sean Payton era, you have question marks, and now all of a sudden they're back in the playoff race.
See, but this is a huge game for both of them.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
they're
100%.
Because they're also the 8 and 9. Like they're the first 2 teams out of the playoffs right now. So they know whoever team wins has a very good chance of getting in, and whichever team loses has a very good chance of not getting in.
And then the
right
one
now.
would own the tiebreaker over the other.
Right.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, you're saying a possible coming down now for the Texans. They have a pretty favorable schedule to kind of get here, right?
Yeah.
They have the Broncos. They then play the Jets. Then they have the Titans.
Okay.
Then they have the Browns, who we know the Browns, pretty good defense there.
Right.
But then they have the Titans and the Colts to finish out. So they
they're
play
not
two.
divisional,
They
right.
play two against the Titans, 1 against the Jets, 1 against the Colts. Like that. That's not a hard schedule.
No, you
for them.
you
Like,
might have sold me back into the Texans.
No,
That was-
that's
they're in.
possibly
The
at least
Texans-
3 wins there.
You know, the Texans are going to. They're probably going to get 9. What do they have? 6 right now. They're probably gonna
Yeah,
get 9
6 wins right now. That's probably a 9-win season for the Texans, which is crazy to think about coming into this season.
Which probably gets you the 7th seed, I would assume, at the end of the
the
day.
AFC, yeah.
'Cause I think the Browns. I
Who's
think
in
the
that-
Browns
who's in that
might be
mix?
starting
So it
Joe
depends-
Flacco this week.
It depends what happens with the Colts too, because the Colts are 6 and 5 right
Right.
now. They have that last seed, but the Colts have the Bengals, the Steelers, the Raiders.
Yeah, but I'm saying they all stink, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, granted,
Everybody's
the Steelers, I would take the Steelers over the Colts, and
What do you
in
what do you
that
think?
game.
What do you think Buffalo shakes out when all this goes down?
I don't think they make it.
it's
I don't-
ugly.
I don't think they get
I
in.
believe they still have the Chiefs and Cowboys on the schedule.
Yeah,
so
they
sitting
do.
at
Wow.
6 and 6.
Yeah.
So-
There's potential 6 and 8.
So the Bills-
The next 2 games, I believe.
The Bills' last 5 games are now in Kansas City.
That's a loss.
They have to play Dallas in Buffalo.
That's doesn't
That's
really matter.
probably
a loss.
probably a loss, right?
Yeah.
They have to go to LA to play the Chargers.
Not easy.
They have to play the Patriots at home. That's a win. But then they have to go to Miami and play the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's a loss.
Granted,
They're out.
Yeah.
we don't
They're
know what
out.
the Dolphins will be doing with starters at that point.
Yeah, good point.
They could be resting starters at that point
They
last
could be
week of the
playing for a
season,
bye, though,
but
too.
they could be
Yeah,
playing
could
for a
play
bye,
They
right?
Probably
This,
will be. They
this
probably
is
will be.
separated by still about a half a game in the AFC. So this AFC race is tight.
Because that's the thing. Because I think Pittsburgh probably makes it because they're 7 and 4 and they're a pretty solid team. Cleveland probably falls back to the pack, right?
Yeah.
So
Joe Flacco might be starting for the Browns this week.
right.
He's
So-
taking first-team reps.
Joe Flacco's elite, though.
He was on the couch
get it
last
twisted.
week.
Elite.
Joe
He's
Flacco's
elite.
elite.
I've got the
Fucking
shirt.
elite.
I've got the elite shirt.
Yeah, come on.
Freshman year of college, I
Flacco
wore it
meter.
around like I was the man.
So we
Flacco
talk about the top-heavy NFC. The AFC might be even more top-heavy. than
It is,
Really
right? Because you have Baltimore in the 1, Kansas City in the 2, Jacksonville 3, Miami 4, right? And then after that, you have a Pittsburgh team who we know
They're
is
garbage.
Like,
They're not
kind
good.
of
right.
they're just kind of lucking themselves into wins right now.
right.
You have the Browns who are now without Deshaun Watson for the rest of the season.
Right.
You have the Colts who have Gardner Minshew playing for you the rest of the season,
Right.
right? And you
AFC
have-
wild
and you have-
card is terrible.
Yeah, no, I mean your wild card teams right now are Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and the Colts. Right? It's
And
not
can
good.
you see either
Um,
Miami or Jacksonville going to either Kansas City or Baltimore and winning in a 20-degree game?
And realistically, right? We say every year like these teams that we think could make a run in the AFC playoffs. You talk about Jacksonville, you talk about Miami. No one's going to go into Kansas City in the playoffs and beat Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes undefeated in the play. Well, has never played a road game
He's
in the
not.
playoffs. Never
No
played-
matter what
never
you
played a
script it
road
up,
game
Patrick
in the
Mahomes isn't
playoffs.
going to lose at home in the playoffs. It's just not going to happen. So then
He
that
did do
comes-
that to the Patriots.
But then that comes down to if Baltimore keeps winning and Baltimore holds this 1
Right.
seed,
Do the
Mahomes
Chiefs
will
go to
have to-
Baltimore?
Mahomes will have to finally
Right.
play an AFC playoff game on the road,
Right.
which I couldn't. I don't know when the last time that happened was.
And that hasn't happened.
He's,
He's never played a road playoff game, either home or neutral sites.
do we just have a
That's
ton?
wild.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
never-
incomplete
never played-
pass,
never
Jay.
played-
So when Bengals beat them, that was at Arrowhead?
Yes, that was yeah.
It's
That
an
was an
amazing
Arrowhead.
stat. It's
That's
unbelievable.
insane.
Yeah.
Never played.
5 years as a
Never
starter.
played a road playoff game.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, I think it's like
How
11.
many-
I think it's like 11 games.
How many of those games was he not the 1 seed? Do we know? Was
I
it?
don't know.
Was he
Yeah.
always? I mean, mostly the Chiefs are
Mostly.
probably
there
the
there
1
was the
seed.
1 year the Titans were the 1 seed, that weird year, and
Oh.
they got knocked out.
and they lost first round.
Bengals,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Bengals.
Bengals
beat
beat
them,
them
yeah.
first round.
That's that.
Right. Yeah, that's an amazing.
That
amazing
is a
stat.
wild stat.
It really is. Yeah. So KC going to Baltimore as the 2 seed. That changes things a little
Yeah.
bit. That changes things a lot.
Am I crazy to say that the Chiefs might be favored in that game too?
Going to oh no, they will be.
You think they
Yeah,
will? Be?
They will
probably.
be.
Like a 2.5,
Probably.
Patrick
a
Mahomes.
1 maybe.
I think
Yeah.
it's probably a game where like you said, probably a 3-point favorite. Where if you went to Kansas City, it would be a little under a touchdown.
Because they probably would have just beat Miami the week before. Looking pretty good.
I still think that even though it'll be an Arrowhead, I still think that'll be an unbelievable playoff game. Kansas,
It'll be a
Miami and
shootout.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
It'll be unbelievable playoff. There's going to be some good playoff games this year. Because I think Dallas,
NFC is going to be a war.
NFC is just it's a bloodbath.
You're blocking the camera. You're blocking the camera. Jeez.
I don't think that's what the people want to see.
Beef's got to take a leak. Beef. Brace.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
We'll cue Bernard on the question here, but I think
Yep.
that has the chance to be like a historic playoff game.
Oh, absolutely.
Patrick Mahomes going into Baltimore.
Going to Baltimore.
I want to get Sean's thoughts on this. Welcome in, Sean Bernard
Sean
here,
Bernard.
Sixers
Yeah.
Insider, Fox Sports Gambler.
How we doing?
Good. Talking hypothetical right now.
Gotta
but
check that.
if the standings stood right now and the Chiefs and the Ravens were the last two teams left in the AFC, Patrick Mahomes would have to finally play his first road playoff game in Baltimore. Where do you think the line would be? What are your thoughts there as the Seahawks just scored? I believe that was Zach Charbonnet.
Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah.
Zach Charbonnet. That we were saying that has a chance to be a historic playoff game.
For sure. I do think at home in Baltimore, Ravens are the favorite for that one. I think the Ravens are the more complete team, absolutely. I think Ravens probably catch 3 in that one, would probably be my guess.
You think so?
I think so.
Even if KC, fresh off a victory over Miami.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Oh.
I like that.
Here we go.
Gosh.
Strong selection.
What are the odds on the pickles?
They're like, like I was gonna say. Yeah,
Can I be honest?
You're plus 2, plus 2 down.
The most clean looking right now is the fried pickles. So I'm going to take the fried pickles first. There,
I got it.
Oh,
That's an upset. That is an upset.
that was plus
Fried
2,000. That was plus
Yeah,
2,000.
Can't eat a dry
Little
fried
dipping
pickle.
sauce,
There we
little
go.
dipping
Yeah.
sauce.
There we go.
He says he wants to clean, then
yeah.
goes right back for the dipping sauce. I love it.
Exactly. So we got the Rico Dowdell of first touchdowns right here with the fried pickles. No one had that.
Well done. What's your
How are the pickles here at
Yeah,
Maggie's
what's
Waterfront Cafe?
I'm going to tell you in 1 second.
Okay, all right. We're at Maggie's Waterfront Cafe with excellent fried pickles.
big
Excellent
fried
wings.
pickle fan too? That's good stuff.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Like if something's so delicious,
I'm
that-
not going to lie.
I understand.
I am not going to lie. That is one of the best fried pickles I've ever had. in my life.
Wow.
That is
That's
an
high praise.
that is an
Strong deal.
unbelievable fried pickle.
Really quick, I want to say I am thankful that Sean Brace does not have a concert tonight. So we have a good football game to watch on Thursday Night Football.
I'm going to give you
Because if Sean had a concert, then we wouldn't have this game. So shout out to Sean Brace. I'm giving
That's a
thanks for that.
9. That's a 9.1 fried pickle.
Wow. It's a strong pickle.
It's
right
unbelievable. It's an unbelievable fried pickle.
The only thing I'll say is it feels weird to be out on one of these nights and not have the Bears playing. Right?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
feels odd.
there. We have become like Bears fans
Yeah.
by default.
Let me tell you,
Exactly.
it is nice to have a watch party and actually have a really good football game.
That's
Yeah.
Like this game isn't bad.
Yeah. Tell me
There
about
it
it.
is.
Whose shades are these?
Yours now.
Got to be Roy.
It's got to
Roy
be
Roy
right.
shades.
I don't know if they're going to
Roy
shade anything.
shades. All right. All right. Well, first and foremost, Maggie's at the Waterfront having some fun here on a Thursday night. We got Birds tickets courtesy of Miller Lite. We're giving away halftime. Dude, the jukebox is crushing it.
Big
Yeah,
time.
crush.
Vibes all over the place too.
It's coloring me bad right here.
Fried pickles.
It's beautiful.
Zach
They
Charbonnet
killed it. We got our
touchdowns.
creed earlier. What else do you want?
I think it was the bartender. I think the bartender is the one killing the jukebox. Is it you?
Yeah.
No. It's not you? Who is it? Who played Creed? Who played Creed?
Not her.
Oh,
Not her. She's
the girls
anti-Creed.
left.
She's
Ah.
anti-Creed.
So, all right, I take it back. Bartender's still great. Take care of the bartenders and wait staff here at Maggie's in the Waterfront. Having some fun here on a Thursday night. Let's talk about this game. We got prime time.
Ron.
Dion and Shador are there.
Future coach of the Cowboys.
I was going to say, is he in the
Future
building on
coach of the
scouting
Carolina
trip?
Panthers.
Sports Illustrated Man of the Year or whatever
Yeah.
the hell it was.
Yeah.
What a joke. AI writing that
Yeah.
shit.
The AI voters got it.
I love Dion. Don't get me wrong. I know what I was saying then, and it's it's true now. Like, what are you guys going to be saying in 8 weeks? Like, you're going to look back at what you wrote and you're going to be ashamed of yourself. A lot of them, like this one dude for Fox Sports put Shador on the same page as Messi and Ronaldo. And it was like,
That's
hey, LeBron. I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, I know you want to force it for clicks. I get it.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
get it.
That's not.
But there's a line.
100%.
And I understand you work for Fox Sports, and we got some people at Fox Sports that like to go over that line. But what the hell was that, man?
That's bad. That's really bad.
There are a ton of Heisman tickets out there that the books made so much money on from that Heisman
Oh,
one
yeah.
week. Too.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show you mine right now.
There we
Travis.
go.
I have a Travis Hunter Heisman ticket from week 1.
Well, all you got to do is sell Jansen. He's got one of the votes. Come on.
Yeah.
I need you to vote Travis Hunter for Heisman.
Travis Hunter
So I can have a
Heisman
ticket.
Trophy ticket in his wallet.
That's how he loses the vote.
$10 to win 1,000.
Jansen not having it.
That is great.
I took it week 1. He had an interception for a pick 6.
All right, let's go down. Let's go down this path because my most embarrassing ticket is Victor Wembanyama
For
to
MVP.
be MVP. Oh, 90-1. Oh, no, it's 120-1. It was ridiculous. Put $5 on it.
Oh, hurdle.
I put a
Hello.
latte on it.
And you got popped
Victor. He's not even the favorite. Sean Bernard,
Yeah,
you had Chet preseason.
correct.
Chet Holmgren is now the
Chet's a
leader
dog.
He should
for but
He's a dog.
his numbers aren't that much better than Victor's, and Victor is Victor. How the hell is Chet ahead of Victor right now?
because the Thunder are a legit contender. Chet, his efficiency numbers are way better, and defensively, he's better than Victor right now.
Stop making sense, Sean.
I'm a big Chet guy. I'll pound the table for Chet Holmgren. He's
I-
the real deal.
He's
I don't
a dog.
think anybody isn't a Chet guy, right? But at the same time, Victor is he's a you. Sir, this is an over 21 establishment. Although supposedly that's where you met her.
Yeah.
Who knows what's true there? Yeah. What happens if Giddy's gone from OKC? Are they shot? Are they hurting? What's the
What-
deal there?
With what?
No Giddy on OKC. What happens?
He's not that much of a needle
No?
mover. He's a good player,
Yeah.
but they'll be fine without
Okay.
him. Yeah.
Oh, I believe it. SGA's incredible. Chet's balling,
Yeah.
coached well.
Jalen Williams,
yeah,
real
good,
deal.
really good squad.
Yeah.
What's their next move? Do they package for like a superstar? Or they just play it out?
You wait. Shay's your number one straight up. I think Chet can be a number 2.
They have like 1,000 picks.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
You sit there, you let it play out, see what these guys turn into right now. I don't think they should rush things, whatever. They have a decade where they're going to be legit contenders. No need to shove it and rush right now. No.
I don't know. That sounds
They're
like a
gonna be
team that
fun,
needs Tobias Harris. It sounds like that. Sounds like a missing piece.
They're
Yeah.
gonna be good, but they're gonna be fun. Like
They're
I love
awesome.
I
Yeah.
love watching Shea, and
He's
I love
awesome.
watching Chet. He's electric, Chet. He's
Oh, yeah.
awesome. He's great.
Thursday night football right now, 17-14.
Cowboys.
Boys over the Hawks.
Cowboys still.
You gotta
10 and a
love the
half.
scoring. Anybody got a crazy rocket ship? Anybody hosting like a 6-leg parlay?
I have
Anybody-
something.
Yeah, let me take a look here.
I went basic. Seahawks money line 4-1. Take it.
Well,
I
Give it a little,
took
little juice.
Cowboys. I
Cowboys are
took
still over 10 point
Ferguson
favorites.
and a DK Metcalf touchdown. So I got a DK Metcalf touchdown.
There you go.
Need the Ferguson. I got Cowboys -9. So
Okay. All right.
need it, baby.
That's checked.
Cowboys.
Shout
tempo
out
away
to
late.
Jill taking great care of us this evening. Shout out to Jill. Thank you very much, Jill. Maggie's on the waterfront. Maggie's on the waterfront.
I'll tell you what. This
I got no clue.
yes.
Geography, not a
Yes.
geography guy.
Yes. I think. Let's see. Yes, it's the
Hey! I do it. God, hey, you can put me on anywhere on God's green earth. I'll triple my
I'll tell
word.
you what.
Let's go.
I actually have a parlay that looks really good.
Talk to
Okay.
me.
So I already hit both the anytime touchdowns, Metcalf and Lamb.
Yep.
I'm 10 yards away from hitting the CeeDee Lamb over prop. We're not even out of the first half
Talk
yet.
to me. Keep going.
I've already hit the DK Metcalf over receiving yards prop.
All right.
I've already hit Dak Prescott 2+ touchdowns.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
5
I
legs.
need 45 more passing yards from Gino. We have a whole half left.
What's the number?
$3 to win $85.
Oh, that's
I've hit
Damn,
This-
dude.
my calculator
This-
brain's working right
I'm
now.
Plus
40 yards away
2250.
from this with a whole half left. I'm 100 yards away from Dak passing yards with a whole half left.
Dude,
And I believe Jake Ferguson might have already hit as well.
I would have loaned you
We're
another
pretty good.
20.
We look
Yeah.
pretty good.
You could have put another 20 on it for me, man.
That was the MTV
Yeah.
account out nuke, and it actually looks pretty good.
I took a $25 flyer on
Yeah, I
Turban.
mean, Jake Ferguson yards already hit as well. So
Wow.
we look really good here, actually.
Turban.
I'm not gonna lie. We got a whole half football left.
Powers. Let me make sure everybody's entered in. We got 3:30 till halftime.
Giving away some Eagles tickets
Yeah,
here. Huh?
Yeah.
we'll do this at the end of half here. Once again, live at Maggie's on the Waterfront. Cowboys, Seahawks, 17-14. Loving the score, of course, from all the parlay perspective because we're all in it. We got a lot of long shots happening. A lot of scoring is always a good thing. And this is our third installment, courtesy of the folks over at Miller Lite. The first 2 games, look, we cashed in. The first one was the biggest surprise. That was the DC and Chicago game.
Yeah.
The second one was
That game stunk. That game stunk.
That was when DJ Moore had like 300 yards receiving.
That
or
was
something
the
like
punt
that.
return
Panther
first
Chicago,
touchdown.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was.
First touchdown.
So that was a tough one to swallow, but all I know is this one is delivering in a big way.
Closing with a bang.
That's what's up. However, hopefully we since the Monday Night Football game was flexed, Tim, we're trying to do something for them too. So we're hopeful that we can make it.
Permission to mini rant for a second.
Go for it.
All right, so every year, me and my buddies, we do an Eagles trip.
Okay.
We go out. This year, the weekend that lined up, Seattle. Guess whose flight is Monday night at 11 p.m.
Ooh.
coming home from Seattle? I don't know if I can curse right now, but you know the word I want to say,
No.
Roger Goodell.
Way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got one buddy who can't get off work on Tuesdays.
We were
He's just in the game.
Jensen,
We were just talking
Roy.
about that, how they
Tansy. Listen,
I'm going to the Seattle game, and I'm flying home Monday at 11 p.m. They flexed this game.
we were just
They-
saying.
I'll
if
at least
you
make
can't
the
flex-
game. Fine. Two of my buddies going out there specifically for this game now can't go to the game.
No.
You cannot flex a game to a new day.
Exactly.
dude.
Yeah.
You can
1,000%
flex at a
agree.
time. You can make a 4:25 game an 8 o'clock game.
We
You
literally
cannot
talked
flex
about it at the
Sunday to Monday.
beginning, and that's crazy, Tim.
It's insanity.
I was talking about that with Roy before. I said, imagine the people that can't go to the game
When-
on Monday
when-
that had tickets for
When
Sunday.
did you book the trip?
We booked the trip right. It was over the summer, like after the schedule comes out. Like
That's
you know, I mean,
brutal.
the schedule
Dude,
comes out in like May,
you
so
booked
probably
this
like
whole
June,
trip.
July.
You booked this whole trip out there, and now Roger Goodell flexes the game because he wants more money to a new night, and now he's losing all these people at
Well,
the game.
Roger
Granted,
Roger
he's still
Goodell
making his
speaks for
money.
the owners.
He's still making his
Roger
money no
Goodell
matter what.
speaks for the owners. The
But-
owners want this.
Yeah.
John Jansen wants this.
Oh, you bastard!
Yeah. He said he didn't want to watch the Patriots and Chiefs.
It's true.
and
I heard him.
therefore,
I heard him.
screw
It's true.
Tim O'Keefe.
Thanks, John.
He said it. He said it live on the air.
So now, just to fill you guys in on how we're gonna, the guys that can make the game but are flying at 11 p.m. We are going to rent a car to use strictly just for it to put our luggage, put it in the car, and then drive to the airport. Probably have to leave 10 minutes early.
Wow.
It's insanity. I'm gonna be
Horrible, man.
pressing. I've never missed a flight in my life. That's
Wow.
how close we're gonna get.
Do we know how close the airport is?
18
to
minutes, Luke. 18
Okay.
minutes. I've looked this up. Lumen Field to Seattle International.
But then you still gotta get through the airport, do the whole
Uh,
deal. Yeah.
You do PSA pre-check.
Yeah.
My friends
Pre-check
don't
that.
have it. They're screwed.
You got a game
Hey, that's
plan.
on them, right? Once you get to the airport, it's every man for themselves,
Exact-
right? So you're
Very true.
good, unless you're family.
But
and
again,
stuff.
two other guys who were coming on this trip. This little, we're in the group text today because obviously news is broke. It's like, guys, I mean, they're in on the trip. We're gonna go to Seattle, have a fun time. He's screwed. He can't go.
No way.
That's
hilarious.
It's
Hilarious.
horrible, man.
You got an extra?
Oh well, the extra is.
I'll go.
Come on in. We got room in the Airbnb.
Shit, I might be.
We'll talk.
Like, yo, wait a minute. I've always wanted to go to Seattle. I always wanted to go Portland, Pacific Northwest. Never been.
Mom, I'm going to Seattle.
Yeah.
Really, really upsetting fact for the one guy on the trip. We do it, like I said, we do it every year. 2 years ago, 21, we did Eagles Raiders. He had an issue. What was that?
That's awesome.
That was
Oh,
Vegas.
It was
Yeah.
Vegas. It was absolutely fantastic. Same dude woke up morning of. Not, I swear, it actually wasn't hungover sick as much as that's the obvious guess. He's just sick as hell. Could not go to the game.
Food poisoning.
Perhaps. It
I
honestly
got
was-
food poisoning in Vegas once.
That's brutal.
So this guy, we've
That's
done
no joke.
Never been.
3 trips, or we've done 5 trips total. The last 3 years, he's missed 2 of the games.
That's hard.
That he went out for the trip. It's insanity.
Wow. That's brutal.
As we are watching Thursday Night Football here, Krista Thompson getting the crowd ready to go with Richard Sherman. She's a liar. Her and Aaron just didn't address it on the podcast. I just want to point out that today, ladies and gentlemen, here at Maggie's, is the final day of November. Therefore, tomorrow you are allowed to play Christmas music. Only starts on December 1 that normal human beings are allowed to play Christmas music. All you freaks that have been playing Christmas music since November 5th, Thanksgiving.
I'm a Thanksgiving deadline guy.
Thanksgiving is for Thanksgiving. It's November. It's Thanksgiving.
So once that's
December
over,
1 is when you can play Christmas
No,
music.
Christmas music is allowed the day after Thanksgiving.
No,
that's
it's
my stance. That's my stance.
The day after
No, it's
Thanksgiving,
not.
Christmas
So we
music is
actually
allowed.
had this conversation after Thanksgiving. So on Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving Day parades, what's the main attraction?
a turkey.
The Christmas
Santa
blow
Claus.
offs.
No, well,
Exactly.
they're doing it wrong.
No,
They're
yes.
doing it wrong.
Let me finish. It's total BS.
Yeah.
Doing it wrong,
So
but they're doing
we're
it.
at home on Thanksgiving night. I'm like, you know what? There are no like Thanksgiving songs. There's nothing good. Like there's
Adam
nothing,
Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
That's it.
We listened to Adam
And it's
Sandler Thanksgiving
terrible.
When
like
you
30
have
years ago.
Thanksgiving with your family, you talk about Christmas on Thanksgiving.
Right, it's depressing. Thanksgiving is the best holiday.
Yes.
Nah.
You have football.
Well,
you
it's
have
one
food.
of the best.
Thanksgiving's
I'm a
a great
4th of
holiday.
July guy. I'm a New Year's Eve
Great
guy.
holiday. New Year's Eve
No,
stick.
no.
New Year's Eve stick.
Because you guys don't do it right. Because you don't do it right.
New Year's Eve.
sticks.
New Year's Eve was great when I was 22.
Come with me to the Eagles game on December 31st this year,
Well, that's
and I'm going to
different.
change your
I will-
mind.
They're
I
the
will-
Eagles.
I will absolutely go with you to the Eagles game.
I'll go to the Eagles game. You want to go somewhere else on New Year's Eve?
Not at night. I'll be home. I'll be home for the ball drop.
By the way, I almost got in trouble last year because remember the playoff was on New Year's Eve, and the Ohio State kick happened
Yep.
as the ball was
At the
dropping.
ball
Yep.
drop.
Wow.
Yes.
You can ask
Yes,
her.
we were-
I was this close to being in the doghouse.
Yeah, we
the
were-
entire next week.
Oh,
No, you were
Same
just
thing.
paying attention to the kick.
New Year's Eve
yeah, we were.
when Ohio
We were-
State
we were
had kicked the
watching
game winning. She doesn't like Ohio State, but that's besides the point.
something to remind me. I
Yeah,
love it.
I almost ruined New Year's for like.
I think a
A
lot
good
of
5
people
years.
probably did.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
I did the same. I did the same thing.
See, the funniest part about that is I was live betting Georgia the entire game. So I'm like, I have a very vested interest in watching this field goal, but I have to be in the other room when the ball drops. So I'm like doing this. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
we had the living room and the family room TV split. I'm going back and forth in between walls.
I don't need Ryan Seacrest. I just want Fowler and Herbie. That's all I want. Yeah. So I agree with you. Rano.
So Thanksgiving.
I
great
appreciate
holiday.
that.
Christmas
Great
music-
holiday.
Christmas music starts on
You
Black
can play
Friday. New
Christmas
Year's
music.
Eve
You
overrated.
can play
There
Christmas
we go.
music tomorrow.
See, I'm a Thanksgiving big time overrated holiday
Dak.
guy.
Yeah, you're a
Anytime
Thanksgiving
touchdown.
hater.
I'm a Thanksgiving hater.
You're a Thanksgiving hater.
I agree overrated, but I now keep going. Let me
Nah, he's a
Let me let you
Thanksgiving
finish.
hater.
Thanksgiving food, not great. It's
Stop.
just not. If it was that great, we would eat it other times a year.
I agree with that.
If you don't need the
Yo.
cold turkey that's been sitting
All
out
I-
forever by the time it's all the way
Well,
cut.
All I know is the turkey I was at this year was dry as hell, bro.
Everybody knows Thanksgiving food is better the day after when you make a
I agree with
sandwich
that.
rather than when you eat it on Thanksgiving when it's hot.
I agree with that.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I'm not a Friends guy, but I saw that Instagram post where homie soaked a piece of bread in gravy and threw it in the middle.
Huh.
Yo, Ross on Friends soaked a piece of bread in gravy and put it in between the sandwich and between the turkey.
It's a good
Best-
move.
It's a move.
Best thing.
That's a
It is
respect
a
move.
move.
Best
That
thing I figured out a few years ago. Me and a buddy we're together one night. We're talking Thanksgiving, whatever. We had this idea, right? Take everything that you have on Thanksgiving, put it in a ball, and you deep fry it. Right?
Jeez.
Sounds like crazy, right? Turkey.
It's similar to a schmitter.
Put it all together, deep fry it. One of the best things I've ever ate in my life.
Wow.
No lie, right? Thanksgiving balls. We called them Thanksgiving balls. We were
Bro.
making them for 5 years.
Bro,
One of the best things I've ever ate in my life.
I can
I'm
deep
intrigued.
fry doo-doo and it would taste good.
Exactly. Exactly.
You deep fry anything, you know it's gonna taste good.
Yeah.
Hey, Powers, how many people we got here, bro? We're giving these tickets away at halftime.
There's a lot of cards in that
There's a
bucket.
good
Last
amount of
time I
cards.
looked.
I like it.
A lot of cards in there.
Emily
that.
from Muller's been hanging with us all evening. Shout out. Hey. What do you think, Emily? Christmas music tomorrow on the 1st, or you can play it whenever?
Day after
Oh.
Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's done.
She says
Next
whatever.
day,
I'm with you there. November.
November. She's all right. I'll bow down then. I'll take. What do we got? What do we got? What up, Ross? Are the
Oh,
Eagles
yeah.
going to Super Bowl? You're damn right. Oh, jeez.
Come back.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Interesting.
Fletcher Cox plays, but
I think Kelsey's done after this year. no
yeah,
matter
I
what.
think Kelsey's done.
I
Yeah.
think so.
No, I
If they-
haven't.
It's really good.
I haven't
they
watched it,
win,
and I refuse to
good.
watch
Yeah.
it.
A while after.
I'm in.
That's true.
Oh, I believe it.
If they
I believe it.
win, if they go to the Super
What's
Bowl,
your name, brother? What's your name? Andrew's been kicking with us all evening. Shout out to Andrew. You put your name in the box, right? All right, we're giving those away at halftime. Birds road
Which is-
trip tickets,
very soon. 41 cards.
41. Let's go. Shout out, Roy. Thank you. 41 names in the hopper. And we'll pull that at halftime. Do I think the Eagles can win the Super Bowl? I have a future on the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. I do.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they've been through
No
the,
doubt.
they've been through a gauntlet so far. What if they lose on Sunday? You don't think they can win the Super Bowl? Oh, because I think they can lose on Sunday and absolutely still get to Super Bowl.
Yeah, I feel that way.
If they don't lose another game after Sunday, they're still having home field. They have to get home
Depends
field.
how it looks.
They have to get home field. Okay. Good. Well, the Jets was a wake up call, and
So you think the
They
think
they
so you think
rose
the
up.
Eagles lose on Sunday? Yeah.
I do
kind
too.
of do too. This is the 49ers.
Who thinks
Super
the
Bowl.
Eagles lose on Sunday? Who wins?
Yeah.
Roy?
No, I think they beat the 49ers and they lose it down.
Nobody wants to answer it.
I-
Nobody wants to
Birds
answer
win.
it. They win?
The Eagles,
11 and 1.
The Eagles are going to beat the
Wow.
49ers and then they're going to lose to Dallas the next week.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm
There we
with
go.
that.
Let's go.
I'm with that.
Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with Crisco.
I want them to beat Dallas. I just don't think they're going to. They don't. They haven't went to Dallas and won in a while.
Could happen. Could happen.
Yeah.
I hope they smash the 49ers. Just how much they're whining they've been doing.
They're
One
still
week at a
going.
time. I'm like a coach. 1 week at a time. All right. You the man, Andrew.
I like
Hey,
that.
stick around. 5 more minutes. We're pulling a name. I hope I pull your name. You've been kicking with us. Thank you, brother. Are you a firefighter, ambulance? What are you? You first responder? That's what I thought. Give it up for Andrew one time. Yeah, buddy.
I've been,
Top sports real estate time too, brother.
I've been hearing a little too much Cowboys love out here tonight.
Well, that's Jansen.
Yeah, that
It's
is
Jansen who's sneezing like a mouse over there right now.
Which one of us has a
What
Cowboys
was
minus
that?
9.5 ticket?
Is that a sneeze? That was a cough? Oh. Anyways, yes, Jansen's the one that wants Dak to be the MVP, that thinks the Cowboys are going to win the NFC East.
Dak Prescott is not just the best quarterback in the state of Texas, where that would be C.J. Stroud, nor is he the best quarterback in the division. That would be Jalen Hurts.
Damn
I
right.
see no argument where Dak Prescott. He's a fine quarterback, but he's closer to the Kirk Cousins tier than he is
That's
the
the
MVP.
nonsense with Cowboy stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that's what makes people like myself go over the top the other way because I just get nauseated with the whole Dallas Cowboy love affair. I do. You turn on ESPN all season long. All they talk about is Dallas. Nobody gives a fuck. Sorry. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, man. I think good use of an F-bomb every once in a while is good.
Yeah, for sure. I think the thing with Dallas is that, like, obviously, like, none of us like Dallas. Like, nobody here likes Dallas. But at the same time, you have to probably realize that the Eagles are going to go into Dallas in 2 weeks after the Cowboys have won 13 games at home in a row after already losing to the Eagles this year. Like, that's not going to be an easy game for the Eagles.
And also, hey, man, 1 week at a time. What if Seattle beats them tonight?
Yeah.
Then what?
We
Then
got
what?
a game. We got a game. Yeah.
That's my point about a lot of this stuff, right? Like, it's fun. It's great when we could just go ahead and
Geno Smith,
give our predictions and all that. And that's what we're going to do. But like I was talking about this today on the air, where it's like, dude, every game is so important. But this 49ers game, what happens if it goes the other way? And then, like we know, Dallas on the road. Okay. Snapping the fingers. Next thing you know, everybody's got 3 losses.
Yeah.
Right.
you don't want to have to go into Dallas needing a win.
No, it's just my point is like everyone wants to proclaim they know what's going to happen. And it's like, so cocksure on this is how it's going to play out. When the reality is anybody can, any given Sunday, right?
Game's
As
not played on
cliche as
paper.
this.
Any given Sunday.
Cliche as this. Talk to me about NBA real quick, Sean. What do we got?
All right, Andy, for what's going on now?
All right, first of all, what the hell with Joel Embiid last night, an hour before the game? Talk to me.
A little bit of a sickness bug going around the Sixers right now. Jaden Springer's been out a couple games with a sickness. Bobby Jackson, one of the assistant coaches, couldn't travel. Joel isn't known to have the strongest immune system, so he was a scratch because of that. But yeah, that ruined all we talked about ahead of that game.
We got a 1-point game, Hornets Nets with 12 seconds left.
Wow, that's
Brooklyn was a big time favorite.
Knicks Pistons are within 3 with 5 minutes left.
Pistons hanging tight.
Pacers Heat are within 3 with 8 minutes left. Bucks Bulls are within 2 in the third quarter. Timberwolves are blowing out the Jazz. Thunder up 20 on the Lakers.
Spurs looking good over the Hawks.
Yeah.
You guys
Golden State Clippers.
see that
tonight.
total on the Hawks Spurs?
No.
Like 248.
Yeah.
Insanity.
So
257 right now.
not sure if you guys were able to
That's
catch the
live?
show today. Had 2 plays, 1 game. Kate Cunningham over 20.5. He did hit that. Took Detroit plus 14.5. We're still halfway through the fourth quarter looking good.
That looks pretty
Last
good.
night went back to back with LA.
Nice.
Woo!
Well done.
Hot.
Seems
on
like
the NBA
I believe the Hornets pulled that one out.
The rough part about the NBA when you wager on the NBA, just when you think you like, oh, I know what's going on, 0-5.
It rips
Oh,
your
yeah.
heart out.
0-5. Boom. Yeah, rips your
And it's one that, like, you have to be on the injury report.
Oh,
for
everything. Yeah.
every night.
I
You gotta
put
be.
money on the Sixers last night.
Me as well.
I put about 90 minutes before.
Yeah, it was late
And then I
for me
cooked
too.
dinner and was floored when the game started.
I didn't hear
Floored.
a word about it until a half hour before. It was when
Put my phone down 90 minutes before the game, cooked dinner, just disconnected from everything, and then fire back up and Joel Embiid's not playing. Now, is that shame on me? Of course. But at the end of the day, man, that freaking sucks.
Yeah, and he wasn't listed at all until
No,
right
he
before the
wasn't.
game. Yeah.
No, he wasn't at all. All right, we're
We got under a minute left here.
yeah,
First
30
half.
seconds here. Seattle doesn't have any timeouts, I don't believe.
Gino.
Oh, my
Oh my God,
goodness.
Gino.
I thought that was big.
He wanted to throw it. Whoever that was wanted to throw that ball. That running back.
Terry Rozier with 37 and 13 tonight. Scary Terry. No
Scary
LaMelo,
Terry.
no problem.
Scary Terry, the one game a month where he just snaps, and then it's on ESPN.
I like Terry Rozier.
I'd take him on the Sixers.
Absolutely. Louisville
I'd
kid.
take a lot of people on the Sixers. We got Oubre back today, right? Practice.
Yeah,
Saw
full
that.
practice. Could be
Kelly Oubre
questionable.
back.
Still no
They
word
said
on
maybe like early next week.
where
something like
that vehicle. Yeah.
That's
no,
what I was just going to ask. We have not heard anything. That's going
Hey,
radio.
no
silent,
update on
right?
the car.
no update. Yeah, no word.
Hop in here for a second.
Yeah, no word on the Kelly Oubre situation. Personally, I don't care. I want this guy back on the floor. I can't wait to see him. But yeah, something's a little strange
I
for
mean,
sure.
And is it we're at a no news is good news? Is that where we're at with this? Just hey, hopefully it
Probably
comes
not.
back.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes and no.
The
It's
invisible boatmobile hit him.
my honest Sean Bernard reading the tea leaves feel is he hurt himself on his BMX bike and said he got hit by a car. I don't believe a lot of the rumors that are flying around some reckless stuff with him. I think that's a lot of nonsense, but I do think he probably a guy that's a known BMX bike rider and then walked in on his Ring doorbell with his BMX bike. Probably just hurt himself doing some tricks in the park. And
Popping
then,
a wheelie in Miller Road.
probably maybe a clause in his contract.
Yeah.
Tied or scored?
Oh,
Hey,
Tied? Oh yeah!
look at that.
48 shots on goal. Damn.
Carter Hart.
The orange and black are back.
Scott Lawton seems like tied it up under a minute.
Me, Jansen,
Seems like
Brayson Powers took in a Flyers game this week.
Yeah.
Quite
Hockey.
the experience. Big
That's all
hockey
you
guy.
said. Hockey
Yeah.
guy's here now.
Big hockey guy. They skate. You
Seems
know.
like Gino.
Did they play the blue line
Gina.
in that game?
Oh, I think that might be a
yeah.
touchdown. JSN.
JSN.
Believe
Oh, no, but
we got a
no,
flag.
that was defensive PI. I think.
Yeah.
he was tackling him. as
you
he
about to have a
flagged.
Seattle lead at half?
Seems like a defensive PI would tie the game. Extra point would give Seattle the lead going into the half.
So the under
Um,
is dead.
Under
big
is
time.
basically dead.
Big dead.
I believe it was 47 and a half to open the game. It'll be at 41 going into half.
Wow.
So one touchdown will kill the under.
Breaking the primetime
um,
trends.
That
Quite the catch
seems
there.
like a catch, unless
Oh.
now-
Come on,
Did
that's
that ball
possession.
move?
hit the ground.
Did that ball move?
Here we go.
Is
The
Geno
NFL
Smith
rules. Did the receiver contain possession? A tale as old as time.
Do you know what take has been cemented with me this NFL season too? There are not 32 quality NFL starting quarterbacks on planet Earth. There are not.
32. There may not be 15.
Yeah.
Maybe 10.
Nah.
Name your
Left
if you
my
named
over
your
there.
top 15 quarterbacks, once you got to like 16, 17,
You're
18,
struggling.
those
Yeah.
guys stink.
Yeah.
Like,
When you have to start selling Sam Howell, then that's when we know.
Yeah. Sam Howell, the franchise quarterback, apparently.
I know. That's the thing. It's like, yeah, he's probably in the top half, and that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Leads the league in
He is.
passing yards.
I get it's weird. Like I'm joking about saying, but it's like now he's actually one of the better ones, and that
Yeah.
just doesn't feel right.
He is a gamer, Sam Howell. I'll give him a little bit of credit. He could be.
Sam Howell was literally prime Tom Brady in that one game that he played against us in that first half.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. I don't think there was one incomplete pass the whole first half for Washington.
We'll also think we've had Tyson Bagent,
Yeah.
Division II quarterback, and Tommy DeVito
Yeah.
start
Who's the
multiple
Jets
games.
guy? Who's the Jets guy?
Our guy Tim
Oh,
Boyle.
yeah,
Tim Boyle. Tim Boyle.
1 touchdown, so 13
Negative-
interceptions.
A
in
negative touchdown to interception ratio in college.
I
Somehow in the NFL.
Figure out how this guy got an NFL opportunity.
Do we know if that pass on the field was ruled a touchdown or an
Yeah,
incomplete
it
pass?
was ruled a
It was
touchdown.
ruled
So it was
touchdown.
ruled a touchdown. Seems like it is
Yeah.
still under review.
He's saying he caught it. I
From the
believe him.
angle they showed us, it seems like the ball hit the ground.
I'm buying what he's selling.
No touchdown confirmed. Okay, so it
Is it
seems like it is,
inconclusive?
it is
DPI.
confirmed. No
Okay.
touchdown
So
with
they
a,
get the
with a
ball on the
defensive
one?
pass interference. Be
The
on the
Seahawks
one.
have a timeout though.
How much time we
They
got?
do
7
not.
seconds.
Yeah.
The Seahawks do not have a
So you got
timeout.
one
I think you
player.
throw
Got two
Hey,
passing plays.
You got to give DK a
Could be
chance.
the quarterback anytime touchdown here.
Except if you don't get it, then you get nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's one play here.
Yeah.
One
I think
play.
you throw it up for grabs, and then you can do that and
Oh,
still kick a
man.
field goal.
DK
This,
fade?
Yeah,
once
DK
again,
fade.
is where every team in the NFL just wants to be the Eagles. On
yeah,
the
it's
one,
automatic for
Touch
Jalen
push.
Hurts.
right in,
automatic touchdown.
Only team in the NFL that plays in 1st and 9 every set of downs.
I mean, it seemed right. I mean, you gotta hand the ball off, right? It doesn't. You're not gonna throw a pass on the 1 yard line.
Except the only
I
reason
mean,
I
you do because you have two plays. But this also goes
Yeah,
back to
granted. So pass. If you don't get it, you have a second.
this goes
Right.
back to Seahawks Patriots Super Bowl though.
Yeah,
Ball on the
yeah,
1
don't
yard
run-
line, do you
don't
hand it
throw-
off?
They don't.
Or
There's
do
no
you run the
Marshawn
play?
Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch
Yeah, there's no Marshawn Lynch on this
We have
team.
prime Zach Charbonnet out.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Sean
Jimmy
J.
J.
Dowd.
They
That's
are
fine.
making the call now, but it does seem like it is no catch. Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
incomplete pass.
That was a
7
strong
seconds
incomplete.
left. I don't
Strong
know exactly what down it is.
Yeah,
here.
what down was that? That is awesome.
Do we
First, it'll be first,
do we-
right?
Oh, yeah.
It will be
Oh,
first.
yeah,
Defensive pass interference.
I was confused why Smith and Jigba's on the bench.
I believe
though,
that's Darren Bland again. 26.
Hey man, he's got a few pick sixes.
Few pick sixes, right? But let up the touchdown.
Remember that guy
DK
Trayvon
earlier,
Diggs?
the
Yeah.
His pick
PI.
sixes?
Dude, the Cowboys defense got better when Trayvon Diggs
It's
got hurt.
material stats. That's all it is.
The defense is built around jumping passes. You get a good team, they're going to take advantage of that.
All right, here we go.
Seems
Jake
like
Bobo
it's
time.
Gino's
Gino.
in shotgun.
Touchdown.
There we go.
Oh,
we
what
got
do
a
we got?
touchdown.
Look at that.
That
Noah
is Noah Fant.
No,
Wow.
Russell Wilson,
Touchdown.
thank
We got
you.
a tie game
Oh.
going into the half. Colby Parkinson.
No,
Never mind.
That had to be a mistake.
That's
Let's-
not in.
yeah,
It's
no,
that-
that was
yeah,
Noah
it's
Fant.
that fan.
That was no fan.
That's an Amazon issue,
Who
not
scored the
a
touchdown?
not a gambler issue.
Oh no.
Yeah, that is not
No, it's
Colby
not.
Parkinson.
Well, no, because it's not a touchdown.
Well, how is it not?
He called a timeout.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh.
Ah, the ref didn't see
The
it.
mic.
They iced
the
him.
ice.
They iced him.
The ice.
Man.
What a timeout.
Whoa.
Gino
the
Smith just
quarterback.
got iced.
Is Mike McCarthy the best coach in the NFL? We'll take your calls on the other
Changing
side.
the game.
So we still have 7 seconds. What is it?
Yeah, so first and goal.
First to go. Yeah, no play.
I feel like this one's going to Colby Parkinson.
Let me tell you,
That's
man,
all I'm
Pete
saying.
Carroll just
Get your
loves
Noah
dropping
Fant
back in the
anytime
shotgun
touchdown.
on the
I
1
might
yard
need some
line.
new prescriptions for my
Uh-oh.
contacts. I can't.
Quick
see.
pass across the middle.
DK.
DK.
Yes.
All right.
Any,
Two
any,
tutties.
The
any
Luke
DK
Schubert Brown
Metcalf-
ticket.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, he's got to be sick.
They can't finish this.
Oh, the defense.
Defense.
No, my
not
friend
allowed to
has
die.
DK 100 plus, 2 touchdowns, and
What was
4
it?
catches.
5. I think 5. Yeah. I think it was
that's
over 4 and a
It's an
half.
okay night.
Penalty
That's at least
declined.
3, yeah.
Penalty declined. It is going to be 20-20 after the
Oh,
hopeful made
I might
extra
need to
point.
see my phone right now.
They went
The
and bland
Seahawks
again.
will probably take a lead into halftime here down in Dallas. Dallas, I believe, has won 13 straight home
13
games.
straight, 5-0 this year.
Seattle, any Seattle first half money line tickets, anything like that. Seattle extra point is good.
All right.
Check on the
It'll go-
QB long shots.
2
Yeah.
catches, I think.
2 catches.
Wow.
Wow.
He put 5 on
It'll
it
be
to win
21.
215.
Be 21-20, Seattle going in a half. Few
Shout out,
seconds
Chief.
left, probably just the kickoff. I believe we are going to give away these Eagles tickets pretty soon, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're getting to halftime here. Good amount of names in the bucket.
Brace is getting the hand warmed up for the
Getting them
pick.
ready.
The pick and hand.
Stretching
Pick
out.
hand.
Yeah, getting loose.
Tore a rotator cuff 2 weeks ago when he did this.
What a time to have a good primetime game here for a watch party. There we go.
Getting loose.
Get that hand loose.
I wish we could watch Tyson
There
Bagent.
it is. Darren Bland.
Bryce
Mr.
Young.
Picks 140 yards allowed tonight in the first half.
First half.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. 6 targets, 140 yards.
Unreal. I hate that. Like, that's definitely like the Cowboys scheme. Is they're
Yeah.
very like jump. It's the same thing as
They jump passes and get intercepted.
I like hate that in the corner. To me, that's like I would much rather a guy that's just gonna like prevent big plays.
I agree.
And also
So
probably,
Darius Slay and James Bradbury.
Yeah, I'm
probably-
way more comfortable with that.
that probably relates to their defensive struggles in the
Yeah.
playoffs, right?
Yeah, good point.
You get
That's
a
great point.
You get a good team that goes in there like the 49ers last year that beats them in the pass game with McCaffrey out of the backfield.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If all they're going to do is jump passes, these good teams are going to find a way to get past them.
Right.
So halftime is official now. We're 1 point up for Seattle, 21-20 going into the half.
Seems like the under is absolutely dead. 47.5 coming into the game. 41 points going in the half. So just need a touchdown to hit the over. I know we were kind of floating around the Cowboys in the over before the game, but hey, it might not even be the Cowboys at this point. I don't know what we're looking at live right now.
It's a good question.
Figure the Cowboys are probably favored, still around the 4 or 5 point mark.
I just
Jump at it.
some legend out there will get to watch
Luke,
Tommy DeVito
Cowboys are
play
3.5
football.
point favorites.
3.5. So drop from the 9.5.
Put your platter on my tab because I don't know if anything's left. I got your food. I got your food. All right. All right. Once again, Maggie's at the Waterfront here on a Thursday night. Shout out everybody that came through, of course. Shout out everybody over there, James. Love you guys. Great to see everybody. Thank you. All the Birds fans that are ready to go to that game. Now, bottom line is we will work out the details as far as when this game will be taking place. But give me this. Thank you. I'm a little in and out. I don't know if it's me or not. We're going to draw a name. Let's go ahead and do that right now.
Moment of truth.
Roy, will you do me a favor? Bring over that bucket, sir. Hey, now. All right. Eagles tickets. Road trip. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. First of all, everyone think we're beating the 49ers on Sunday.
Oh.
All right. Second of all, I need an Eagles chant. E-A-G-L-E-S. I love it. Let's go to keep it going here.
Uh-oh.
I got an Adam Hirsch. Congratulations, Adam. You the man. Nice work there, sir. You're going to a Birds game. Hang tight with us, all right?
Awesome.
We'll make that happen for you, sir. Once again, courtesy of our friends over at Miller Lite, taking care of that. This has been a fun one. This is one of the best one by far, right?
Yeah.
Thursday Night Football, Cowboys, unfortunately. But a lot of points scored. A lot of people already cashing in on some of the props on DraftKings Sportsbook. And, of course, as far as the total is concerned, which why was that right here? Once again, thank you to Maggie's, bartenders, wait staff, taking care of us all evening long. Shout out Jill. Thank you. We'll be live on The Gambler tomorrow starting at 3 p.m. We got a jam-packed weekend of programming ready to go for you that will involve Villanova football and basketball. So check us out tomorrow starting at 3 p.m. at foxphlgambler.com. Sean Bernard, final thoughts, sir?
Good game. By far the best game we've had. Good vibes here at Maggie's. So, yeah, good night all around.
Great vibes at Maggie's. Isn't that your girlfriend's name?
That is my girlfriend.
How about that? Hey! I met his girl. Great girl. Great girl. Coyle, I never met your girl. What's up with that? I didn't have time for it, Brace. It's college football season.
All I gotta say is Eagles money line, best team in the NFL. They get it done on Sunday.
Let's go.
Love it.
All right, and final four prediction college football?
Oregon, Michigan, Alabama, Texas.
Wow.
Wow, no dog.
Texas.
Wow.
Hook 'em. Ryan Coyle, 35 on socials. Tim O'Keefe, TKO _ picks. Tim.
Cowboys suck. Go Seahawks.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for us. It was a fun one here on Thursday night. We appreciate everyone checking us out online. Maggie's here. Everybody have yourself a wonderful Thursday night. Talk to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Let's go.